back to Fortnite.
Welcome back to Fortnite. Mads, do you want to tell them about your epic gamer moment while I fix my mic?
Sure. Literally, like, 2 minutes ago, I was wrapping up a game of Fortnite, as you do. And it was like, I was hiding in the bush, like, in the middle of, like, the very small circle, and, like, 7 players converged on me at once, and I, like, took them all out.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was just, like, one after the other, and, you know, dodging between their continuous fire from all sides. Imagine the coolest thing you've ever seen. It was that.
There we go, that's...
And
better.
everybody clapped.
And everybody clapped.
Anyway, before we get too deep into this, we do all legally have to applaud Abby for
Oh my god, yes.
making a spreadsheet of our clothes, so that way every time we want to do something, we're not sitting here for 2 minutes while I just slowly scroll through the whole thing.
It was necessary.
It was
Much delayed, but necessary.
Quality
So
of
true.
life.
quality of life update, made a spreadsheet. So what the fuck are we doing? We did the church. We finished the church thing, I think.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes, we did.
we brought the house down. It was
Oh my
hardcore.
gosh. It was so, it
Um,
was amazing.
So we need to, if we want to continue to avoid doing the main quest, we need to sniff out some communists.
Oh, right. We know where at least one is in the apartments. Well, I don't know if they're there, but their room is.
Would you say that we've successfully found the sexy twist at the heart of all this? And that is that the void is coming for us all?
Yeah.
It's not so sexy, I gotta say.
It's
a little
sexy in
sexy.
like a
It's the nothing matters versus nothing matters
Yes.
meme.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing in life matters.
You okay?
You okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I almost unplugged myself. Okay.
Oh, shit.
From the Matrix?
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I have a, what do you call this? External hard drive plugged in.
Oh.
It's fine. It's like a little baby thing.
Okay.
And it just got knocked off the desk.
Let's go to the apartment building while we're
Okay.
plotting.
I kind of want to like try to solve some crime stuff. like I think it's probably been a solid
probably
number of
time.
months by now. We could probably get
We could
back
probably
around to
get
that
like a little
murder.
more of the plot.
Yeah,
A little
bit. I've got a list of basically 4 leads. We didn't finish talking to the Hardy Boys because I got stressed
Because we
out.
got scared.
They're scary. They're scary. And we couldn't, and by we I mostly mean I couldn't decide whether to tell them that we found the bullet or not, because they are claiming that they killed this guy by lynching. We know that's not true. We think they're covering for the lady driver who shot him.
Yeah.
So if we let on that we know that they did it, or that she did it, and that they're covering for her, I'm worried that's gonna cause issues. However, we also have a check to like establish our authority, and saying we know that might help.
I also feel like this is the kind of, well, maybe not in every circumstance, but I can very easily see a case where it's like, we know this happened, and then the character's like, yeah, you're right, you know, and like it's not actually like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, what's she gonna do about it?
yeah, and so it's less of a
Yeah, this is where the
like
communist lives.
saying this is the path to death.
Yeah, I think we probably should say it. I was just
Mhm.
hesitant. We also know I think it was pretty certain that they are hiding the lady driver. So if we want to arrest
Oh.
her or whatever, we're gonna have to go through them.
I thought they were like covering for her, but like she escaped on her own. But you're probably right. You probably have a better
I think
memory
they're
of what they
still-
said than I do.
I think they still, or at least are in contact with her, because one of the guys is like, hey, we're talking about making her the 8th Hardy boy. And then Hardy was like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Did we look at the bust and it was a
that's
bust?
right. There was a
Yeah.
beautiful bust.
Maximilian
It's
Galactica's
magnificent.
magnificent
Yeah.
bus.
Father Mazov, a hero of the working class.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Father Mazov, the hero of the land.
Just keep doing it for like 10 minutes.
This isn't the salami loop.
We were
The
fucking
salami
loading
lid.
up on
Won't
salami.
fit.
Alright,
White
well,
Star.
I thought that was something.
Well, try exiting up. See what happens. Up.
This lady communist.
Hold
She's working class. It's possible.
She's working class.
We can convert her.
The other thing would be like sniffing around the harbor, like see if Manana is on board. Who else?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. There. Do you smell that?
You smell that, boys?
You smell that, boys?
Smell what?
You smell that, boys? Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
Smell what?
It's got to be the
Smell what?
butts.
Yeah.
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
You're saying
Are
there's a
you
communist
saying?
nearby? No, are you saying?
There's a communist nearby, without a doubt. Your political olfactory cortex doesn't deceive you. The smell is coming from that balcony over there.
You mean the one we're on? You mean from Cindy Stone?
Sotamwa! A
Yeah.
precocious communist
Oh,
youth.
very good.
A symbol of
Expedition
a
33.
kinder, more hopeful future. Now is your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
a chance to establish contact with the future. What a beautiful, terrible thought.
Man, I
Yeah,
love
we also had to talk to
redacted.
Cindy. We also have to talk to Cindy because the people we stole the jackets from said that she's like part of a gang.
Mm. The
Hello
skull.
again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Yeah, let's start with
Piss and fuck the
Gay
world.
and fuck the world and their
Send their
best.
best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
I'm here. I'm back.
Just heard her scream from the other room.
No, you didn't. You didn't hear that.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Anyway. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
I made up the
Yeah,
sending
butter
her
her
best
up.
part, but I did talk to them.
There'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool.
Skulls
Can
are
I be a
cool.
skull?
I mean, a skull.
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay, then how's that?
Hmm. Okay.
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, No sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Hey, sister, let's talk politics for a minute.
What do you know about politics?
She squints at you suspiciously.
Mole people?
I think Rhetoric said something about how they were like underground. I think is the
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I see.
Yeah.
And we're stupid, so we were like, ah, yes.
Mole
The
people.
mole.
Moles.
The mole
the
people.
voice in our head coming from our own brain. We didn't understand.
I'm leaning
I
I
two.
feel that.
Yeah. Thanos told me you're also a communist. We should team up, join forces.
Well, well. Sounds like quite the snout you've got there.
Your olfactory department wants you to know that it accepts no responsibility for wherever this line of interrogation leads you.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk the ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban.
Who's to ban?
Steban these nuts!
Steban
A
these
right
nuts!
communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Like 15-second delay.
Yeah, it's not a Kate stream if the
The soundboard
rim
comes in at
shot
the
is
right
extremely
time.
late. Yeah.
Know where to
Weird.
find him?
I might.
Will you tell me?
No.
She pretends to think about it for a moment. No.
Aw.
The lieutenant lets slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
This is funny. I love all these options.
Nothing ever works out for
Nothing
me.
ever.
No, if we do that, then sorry cop is gonna get into our brain again
Oh,
and
yeah.
be like, "Are you sure?"
Do have money, although I'm always like, there's always things to buy.
That's
Should
capitalism,
be like,
baby.
"I'll take the 5 real and then not."
Yeah,
tell
and
you
I won't
anything.
tell you. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do 3.
A wicked grin
Uh-oh.
extends across her face.
Uh-oh.
A laughing skull. Death. Hilarious. This is gonna be bad.
Hamburger.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Come on! This is no
way.
way to treat your revolutionary brother.
With gusto.
This is exactly how I treat my little brother.
We're reluctantly.
Oink oink.
Oh yeah, can't do it with gusto anymore. Alright, let's do it.
There, that wasn't so bad, was it?
It's not the worst indignity you've suffered the last several days, but it's up there.
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Oh no,
Sounds
we
like
should have
you're
left him at
really
home.
serious about meeting Steban. It's touching, sort of.
1 second, Kim. Daddy's got to oink.
Steban's group meets only at night, in an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight. Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
There's a random thunderstorm. Hello?
I love those.
Ooh.
What else can you tell me about Steban?
Just that he's a real communist. Not like the play acting you've been doing. The rest, you'll have to see for yourself.
3?
Sure.
Why do I feel like there's a catch?
Oh, smart pig. Because there is. See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
Do you know the best phrase?
Mm.
Sure, I do. Esteban trusts me.
You're not gonna tell me, are you?
Why would I? That would be so boring. Now, let's see if you're half as dedicated a communist as you say you are. That's enough. Off with you then.
She makes a lazy shooing motion with her dangling hand.
Okay,
Bye.
so we gotta find a passphrase before evening.
When there, that's where we got our jeans.
I think that door above actually highlighted now.
Oh, fuck. Huh.
Can go to jail.
Okay, it's still locked.
Hello?
There's gotta be a way in.
Well, you said Kim will just clip in, right?
Yeah, that's
We
true.
can open it from
He
the other
opens it
side.
From the inside.
Kim, activate no clip.
Did
Kim, I
we
need to
find
go
anything
demon
in
mode.
his room? Is that like, is his journal open there? Like, is there anything we could...
Doesn't
Probably
look like
not.
it's interactable.
Yeah, never mind.
What other communists do we know?
I will be right back.
Other communists do we know? Uh-oh.
French is bullshit. They keep changing the translation of soup du jour each day. Stupid. God, like between Disco Elysium and Expedition 33, I swear to God, it's like it's going to make me learn French again at this rate. I'm so mad.
Forcibly learning French against your will.
Manana, are you, or not Manana, what's that? Tommy, are you a communist?
Tommy Loms! Tommy, are you a commie?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Conceptualization.
Bye, Tommy!
Is it somebody at the docks?
You know, it's not that guy.
Fuck you!
Oh, guy.
Hello.
Oh! Oh, Mads is gone. There it is again. There's a spectral smell haunting this industrial harbor. And it smells like...
Heavy fuel oil mostly, because it's an industrial harbor.
Okay.
years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
I can kind of smell dreams being ground down by capital.
Undoubtedly, and the scent is coming from that railing over there.
You mean from Mañana?
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact. But be easy about it. Communists have been known to charge when startled.
Mañana!
Also, that was another one of our leads, that guy in the ill-fitting clothes we think is one of the
What I'm wondering,
mercs.
man. How can I help you?
He looks at you with soft and hazy eyes.
Listen, brother, there's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, boy? Yeah.
He tilts his head slightly.
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
I'm looking for some people who know how to really grind a sausage, if you know what I mean.
You've unlocked the homosexual underground.
That should give you points, and like every time you say something kind of gay, it should be able to like knock off time it takes you to think of that.
Now is your chance. I know you guys already said it.
Yeah,
Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
Number two.
Number 2, my lord.
Sure.
Looking for a secret cabal of mole people.
Could be coming from one of the jam lorries. Cargo's been sitting out for a while.
He sniffs the air and looks toward the roundabout.
I'm looking for people who know how to really Grind a
Grind a
sausage, if you know
sausage.
what I mean.
Have you tried a butcher shop?
He looks at you with perfect equanimity.
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
What I'm trying to say is I'm looking for communists. You know any?
Do you know any?
Comunistas, huh? Can't say that's where I thought you were heading with this. Not that I'm criticizing. It's good for a man to take his time and think about the whole socio-political world picture.
It's certainly been an interesting development to witness.
Classic Kim Kitsuragi moments.
I
So you've
missed you.
given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
Honestly, I had a weird dream and now I need to get to the bottom of it.
I'm trying to get organized by them.
I'm not hunting.
I like all of these.
Yeah. Maybe two.
I'm on a sort of quest to develop my political potential, and I need their help.
A fellow plains roamer in search of greater understanding. A classic story.
He nods approvingly.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
Are you sure?
Uh, maybe I thought all you union guys are communists?
Sure, one.
Yeah.
I thought you union guys were all communists.
Some are, some aren't. It's a big institution, room for all kinds. Comunistas, feminist supremacists, even an anti-institutional boyadero.
There's a warmth in his voice when he talks about the Union. Whatever his personal politics, this is his home.
Alright, so if he isn't personally a communist, he's definitely hanging out with them.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideólogo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
Did you say his name was Steban, by chance?
Didn't say anything about his name. Wasn't this sort of encounter where names matter?
Oh?
Did you fuck?
How'd you meet him?
Was it at the underground?
Were you at the underground?
It was late
Welcome
one
to
night
the
as I was leaving
underground.
He was waiting on the
How are
corner
you,
in a
Paul?
bright white jacket. Classic Saramerizian style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
Sounds like he was trying
Trying
to
to
recruit
get
you
you
to the
into the
homosexual
homosexual
underground.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
I don't think so, Boya. I took it to mean he was asking me to join some sort of underground cell. A very old school organizing technique. The sort of thing comunistas used to do before the revolution.
An extremely cool way to establish contacts.
I wish I had thought of that.
It was alright.
Yeah.
A little like something out of a Vespertine spy novel, but I must respect the effort.
Hey, what's an ideologo?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
Oh. A pretentious bitch. Okay, how do I find this guy?
I couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais." And then he was gone.
Alright, I'll bite.
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
A tight half smile crosses his face.
Alright,
That's
maybe
cute.
that's the password then. Hope we don't actually have to remember that. I'll type it at the bottom. Hold on. Just in case.
What do you think?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk with me. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows this ideólogo personally.
The lieutenant clears his throat.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but it might have something to do with that passphrase Cindy mentioned earlier.
That's really dumb. You should feel
embarrassed even suggesting it.
That's crazy.
I was totally about to say that.
I was totally about to say that.
Of course you were, Detective. Apologies for interrupting.
The lieutenant smiles to himself.
Wow.
Fail.
No, you weren't. Otherwise, you would have said it. In truth, it was quite beyond your associative powers.
Thank
Okay,
you,
conceptualization.
A faithful partner
Aw.
arrives with the key that turns the lock. You two make a good pair.
We do.
I salute you, boys.
Say more.
I wish you good fortune on this grand ideological quest.
He tips his hat ever so slightly. The man whispers a jaunty
All
tune.
right.
The coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
So at 10 p.m. we can go hang out with communists.
We have like
All
2
right.
hours.
Now, do we want to talk to the merc, or should we just go to talk to the Hardy Boys? There was some, I think it was Joyce was like, that's a bad idea to talk to them, to this guy, but it might be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
We've said that many times in this playthrough.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
This voice actor.
I love this voice actor. He has no fucking clue what's going on.
Should we ask about the tattoos?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it.
Suddenly this feels like a really, really bad idea.
3?
Oh, jeez. If we, well, I guess it does. I feel
All
like
things require risk.
okay.
I don't know.
If we hand him the photo, I feel like he's gonna keep it or tear it up or something.
Do you think Kim made a copy?
No.
No.
I mean, we do have the body back at the morgue, but I don't know, Lizzie. What do you think?
Well, let's give him the photo. Let's Phoenix write this.
Oh no. I kind of think one then. We
I'm
don't have to-
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau, and this is Jackass.
Ah! What are we doing?
I say one.
Number 1.
Yeah.
They were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there. Silence. He takes the photo. Gray eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving.
You see dead flesh and colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loincloths?
Alright, I'll
Yeah.
bite.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
We do know it's like a sailor map. That might be his home. His home. His home. But yeah, sure.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush in Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off. We should hear it.
Yeah.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet. A long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Say nothing.
I guess. Information is information.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
He nods toward the man on the gates.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Jesus. Criminy.
Something stirs in your stomach.
There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
You were there?
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer.
Thinking maybe 3 or 5.
I feel like he's kind of already told us, yeah. I don't know, what do we want from this guy at this point?
Yeah, I don't know.
We want nothing to do with him is what we want, but...
Yeah. 3 or
I guess
3
we
or
can just...
5. That's me.
I don't know, I feel like we could just go through. I think 1, 3, 5
Okay.
would be what I would...
Evil.
You bet it was.
What is evil?
It's
What
just
are this?
nature. This guy used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off.
He shrugs.
He's under orders, and orders are orders. Give that back.
Give it
Back.
Go ahead. All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
On the photo in your hands, a dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin. I mean, might as well ask now, 'cause cat's out of the bag.
Are you a mercenary?
Free flow of commerce!
The man yells and wipes his face. Sweat is dripping down his brow.
Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
I think I'm fine doing that.
Yeah.
Let's.
Do our fight or flight. It's there to make sure we don't die.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to die, and I think we know that's happening. I don't know, unless information is
Well,
information.
Why does he? Well, why would we be in threat by asking this?
I don't know. I'm always just like, don't. I'm always like, don't.
What if we don't?
How about?
How about if we just fucking didn't?
I'm fine with doing it if you want to.
Sure.
Is there
When was
a
the last
tri-
time we saved?
Haven't since the start of
Just get
stream, baby.
Killed on the spot.
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bog.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The lieutenant says, his voice a soothing calm. He looks at you. There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above,
Oh, yeah.
in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay.
Fair.
Bye bye.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right to work dance back on.
It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
I'm just gonna leave.
I'm going to
Bye.
leave now.
Yeah, that was fucked.
I love
Yeah, that
how
wasn't
both
good.
your instinct and the game said, don't do it, and you were like, I'll do it anyway.
Hey, we're fine now, aren't we?
I was like going into the spoiler chat for Disco Elysium, and I was like,
boy.
uh-oh, sisters. Time to hear the most horrific shit you've ever heard in your life.
Fun fact, I didn't even hear that
Yay.
story in my first playthrough. That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Bad.
Bad, yucky, nasty. Alright, what's up?
All right, Hardy boys, let's go.
Hardy boys.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Out of my way, Hardy boys, I'm about to get it.
I'm about to get it.
And we look
Hey,
at the tree
Bo.
outside. Is it time? It's not
yet
time yet.
Not even close.
How do
Okay.
we? How do we know?
Well, we just
You
gotta
just
keep
gotta
checking.
keep checking.
At some point, it'll be time.
Alright, what?
All right.
How should we suit up for this?
Oh,
Authority.
Yeah. So I think the goal is, like, quote, establish authority.
So
Edge.
no taking off jacket, no taking off ties.
We can change
Okay.
everything else
the
except for the second
spreadsheet.
row. To the spreadsheet.
Yeah, the only thing... Don't wear the flip-up glasses, that's it.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah.
This is max authority, baby. Let's go.
Alright, what's the second thing we want?
I think that's it. You just need authority.
Okay. Oh,
Hi, Titus.
Hi,
Hey,
Titus. I don't
love the
trust
Save
this.
Scum playthrough.
It's not a
Me when I
save scum.
play
I'm
Final
just
Fantasy
scared
X.
of what's gonna happen. Cause I don't know.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are
Circus
still
mention.
here.
Circus mention.
Circus.
Clowns
The
mentioned.
clowns. The clowns
Titus.
are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you.
All right, down the line. See if that'll give us any help. I guess.
yeah.
Is talking about the hanging giving?
We'll
gonna
see,
get
yeah, we can
another
see if there's
tree?
anything else.
A
Yeah.
different tree
Yes.
opens up.
Again,
I think so. Yeah.
just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly. Interesting, sire. As if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Cross-examination mention.
Oh, I think it will.
This was a good move.
Okay.
Also notice how Titus doesn't like her much, especially when she's calling the shots.
Okay, no more questions. We are
No more
not.
questions. We're not gonna.
8
we're
on
not
1
gonna-
here. 8 on 2 here.
About fucking time.
You still haven't explained that
Still
bullet.
haven't explained the bullet.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Culper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Mighty.
Well,
The armadillo
there's so
mention.
many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
He gives you an indulgent look.
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
He taps on his right temple. Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
12
Oh.
Angry Men moment. Well, do we want to listen? Do we want to be dramatic?
When have I ever led you
I'm
astray?
gonna
Come
ask
on.
you. I'm gonna ask you again. Why was that? Well, if we show them the bullet, they can like take it, right? Oh. We'll just do it. We could do it anyway. You
And
just
we've
saved.
already made note of it. Yeah.
You just saved. It's fine.
I'm gonna ask you again. Why was this in the victim's head?
Wow. He's got it in a real evidence bag and all.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
Thanks, Elaine. All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Nick, did you kill him?
Phoenix, yay! So, you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
You never shoot me in the head during. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
Also, I'm not worried. Don't print it in the papers that I'm worried.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
Yeah, this will all be good for establishing authority, I think.
Yeah.
I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
I don't think we probably shouldn't give out his address. Just
Do we
in
dox
case.
this man?
Probably not. He was a bit of a douche, but
Let's just say he's a high-ranking government official.
I can't tell you who it is, but let's just say you'd know them.
You
know
know
him.
right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
I would say 1 because the other one, or 3 is vague. 2 we can figure out just by looking at them now.
Yeah.
So
The
1 is
witness
the
said
only
that-
thing that
yeah,
we
1.
wouldn't know.
No shouting. No commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
You know what he
Yeah.
sounds like?
It's
He
like
sounds
they put
like
cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Shanky sounds like the lead weasel from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Damn. They wormed their way out of it. Somehow, try something else if you can.
I guess 2.
Yeah, you can just go down.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
Looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
He spits on the ground angrily.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
Not the first thing on your mind, huh?
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word.
Guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, the thunder's his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
Yeah.
No, do the honor. You've earned it.
Thank you. You're right. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runs on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? Stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardy Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite
That's
yet,
not
Mr.
a
Hardy.
very easy
There were
task.
8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing. She runs the thing, doesn't she?
My
Right?
answer is,
That was
The 8th Hardy. The Hardy
mind
specifically.
your own
just-
business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of it. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know.
Poor Elizabeth. She's
Fat
doing her
walks on
best.
all fours. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
Go off, Shanky.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's
Thanks,
more
Fat
like his
Angus.
voice. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
I talked to Julius. The merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down.
Nervous snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
Yes, they're forming some kind of tribunal. And they're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Blondie yells across the cafeteria.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie on the shoulder.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out, mention, the whole merc platoon.
Looks like we could do them all. This Crenell is bad news. You know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Well, if Glenn's got a knock
Glenn's
cannon
got a
at
knock
home,
Knock cannon.
alright.
I wish there was a sarcasm toggle.
I know.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what? That they
See
don't?
what? That they don't.
Like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He just holds up his hand like my brother in Christ. You're not seeing the shit. He takes a sip of beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
What if we had taken the boots?
Ah!
Joyce said they'd gone rogue. Nobody is controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay.
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus. I mean, okay, you got this. You got the numbers. I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them.
Number one, my lord.
Yeah, we're trying to shake them, I guess, number one.
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
You're throwing off the vibes. Your vibes are fucking rancid.
Yeah.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that. On what might be the eve of a battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Where's your
Alright,
PMA?
boys, alright.
Alright.
Let's see what we're at. Yeah!
Yeah.
Go!
I'm gladly we left and came back. Had a few extras.
Okay, is there... If we fail this...
If we fail this, I will...
Wait, was
really
it
sad.
a red check?
Mm.
It's not a red check, so we can
It's a white
retrial.
check, so we
can
can try it again.
It can, but like, is there...
It's the
do we
principle
have
of the
to put
thing.
are we able to like put points into it, or like, how would we redo it?
Yeah,
we are able to put points in authority.
Okay,
we
we
have
do
a
have a
whole bunch
point.
of extra
Okay.
stuff in authority. Yeah.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
we're good. Let's go.
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah!
It would have been so funny.
As you look around the room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I
Where
seen
have I
this
seen
before?
this before? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
You seen Apricot, old Pidgeot's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Uh-huh, replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but, I mean, who am I to judge? Wouldn't hit the kebab joint?
I get it, Titus. You guys are the authority around here.
Oh.
You
Must be.
You're just like
Just
real
like-
cops.
Drinking beer and
Drinking
sitting
beer
around
and
with
sitting
your
around
dicks
with
in
your
hand.
dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now.
That's what you're offended by?
This guy is just basically Mike Love. I mean, he looks like him. He talks like.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No. I got drunk so drunk I drove my car to the sea. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys. No, I'm also a big fan of beer. And jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job. Like you!
I'm leaning 2, but I like one as well.
Oh, I was gonna say I like 3.
All right,
Oh no,
Lizzie.
that's sorry, Cop. That's not Superstar.
Say, like, 2 does feel very superstar. 1 or 2, I guess, are pretty superstar.
I say 1.
1?
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
I got so drunk I drove my car into the sea. I don't give a shit either. Just like you guys.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man.
Oh, you should check out my
They weren't
outfit.
here.
Check out the
We
jacket.
had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push, quick.
Just slap it out of his hand. No! No! No!
Just don't antagonize him. You have this already. I mean, these are both
Yeah,
kind
they're
of
both
the
the
same
same.
thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's how much we're inserting ourselves
one.
into the situation, or how much we're inserting.
Like, we need to talk to her. She needs help.
Yeah, I like one.
Sure.
Because
It's not about.
yeah.
It's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
The lieutenant takes out his notes.
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
It's my guess. Or one of my guesses.
The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
What?
Let's see.
Oh no! Oh no!
We don't have to do this.
We don't have to
right?
do that. Yeah.
I think we do. We have no
might
way of
have.
moving on.
Can we go through 1 and 2 and maybe that'll make things better? Question
Might make
mark?
it worse.
Can't make it that much worse.
Yeah, okay.
Fair.
So
We
true.
could get down to 3%.
Have to admit, it's getting better. Can't get much
Miss-
worse.
Classe.
Classier?
Yeah. Blonde.
Oh,
tall.
fuck.
2 rooms over from yours.
He nods upstairs.
I feel like the same thing's gonna happen if we. Let's just. I think
It
just
got
go for the
worse.
check.
Yeah,
Oh, see.
Classic. Well, okay, we do this check. We don't keep our cool.
It's fine.
What's gonna happen? Are we gonna do the fucking like running out like double middle fingers crash into something again? Like, oh
Yeah,
boy.
Lena's gone, so we're all good then.
That's that space clear.
All right.
Fuck it, we
Could
ball.
make
There's
it
nothing
worse.
else to do.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh,
You inexplicably.
how far
add
off were we?
cool. Yeah.
Okay, we're pretty far off. Okay.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do, do not to tell him you know her. That would sound off. I think I know her. No.
I think I know her.
Okay. Yeah, I guess down the line.
So,
Yeah, one.
What was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. The anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some
Oh,
of the other
no.
girls he was harassing.
The karaoke.
Enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Number 2, my
So
lord.
the rate, when was that?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
He crushes his half-empty beer can.
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
Tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open.
So what's your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around, and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
Biblic?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough,
Biblically.
Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He crosses his arms.
So she's not from around here.
She's not from. You're not from around here, Glossier?
You mean Revachol? Nah. She's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. Hello?
What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. We should keep picking at it.
And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? Sounded fun.
You said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what'd you mean?
What'd you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Sex, drugs, and karaoke, right?
It's my favorite Meatloaf song.
I mean, yes.
Sex,
Yeah,
drugs,
4 or
and
3.
Karaoke, right?
Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer.
Okay,
can.
bye.
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 Let the record show I did have Class A on our list of possible leads.
Wow. Great job.
Officer, what was that?
What?
What was what?
What was
What was
what?
what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
No.
Yes.
Let's not lie. Yeah.
We can be truthful to Kim Kitsuragi.
Kim knows that we're
I
a
just think
mess.
it's really funny to be like, no. Why would you say that?
So,
No,
so
no.
they're saying the body is
No.
still in the tree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
I didn't rape her.
Yikes.
Thanks. The bar's on the floor, detective.
I met her in the
Met her in
hallway
the
after I woke
hallway.
up.
Yeah.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's manageable.
You tried to hit on her.
I successfully hit on her. I successfully hit on her, unfortunately.
Understood.
He went stone-faced.
It went pretty okay, I guess.
It's pretty funny.
I only hit on
It
her
doesn't
because I
matter
didn't
how it
remember I was a
went,
cop.
What else?
Nothing. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Nothing.
We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel
I get that
fortified by his
sound?
assurance.
Healed morale.
Yay.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right.
Oh
My
shit,
goodness.
thank God. When I did a playthrough with my friend Jade, I think we did say that we knew her to the Hardy Boys, and Kim got so mad that we didn't tell him about it.
What?
Jealous
And I was
much?
like, oh.
All right.
So is Classe... I don't think it lines up that Classe would be the lady driver. Is it? She said she's been in town for a few months.
We have like 3 hours. We probably have time to talk to her if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder
of
if
course.
it's time.
Is it
Did a
time?
weird plot point. I wonder if it's time.
Is it time?
Is it time?
Is it time?
What?
It's time.
It's
I'm
time!
scared.
It's
Oh my
time!
God. Should we squint?
What?
Do we have
It's
perception
time!
rolls?
Yeah, squint I
Time,
think would
Matt.
help. There's a little side panel up there that lets some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's so cold outside.
So confused.
It's time.
We have
You're
two
not
different...
so sure about that. Somehow you just know there's something out there behind the glass.
Something
There's
out there.
something out there.
Yeah, your mother.
Yeah, the Phasma. Though.
Okay,
Mommy?
let's look away.
Inland told you.
All right, can
Um,
we? Yeah.
Perception.
The boots. Oh, we already got those, and the froggy visor.
Froggy visor!
Yeah, boy.
Foggy.
Foggy!
Let's go.
Okay,
Check to
it's
wait. Wait. Hold
time.
on. Hold on. Check to make sure that we can put a point in perception in case we fail.
I think we can.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can. We can put. We
Oh,
can
can
put
we
so
put a point
many.
in? Yeah.
It's time. There's
It's
still a
time.
ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key.
Faded with time, you say?
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone
Let's
hit
hit
a
a
key
key
in
in
the
the
bush!
Huh?
I love
The
it when
big
we
guy
have
looks behind
drastically
him.
different routes. Just let me squeeze on in there.
Squeeze on past you.
Just let me squeeze on past you and grab the ranch over there.
Okay. Okay, can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
Oh my god, Ace Attorney 3 reference.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
Shanky, what the fuck? With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Thanks, Theo.
Thanks,
Take the
Theo. The key is brass. Workshop, spare, is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't thank me.
Thank you.
I don't give two shits about your key.
Okay.
Okay. Yay.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Unibox window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
Man looks at the key in your hand, then around the room.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
I wonder what doors does it open?
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says
Mystery!
workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Go, 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 go.
Yes, the stereo investigation.
Gart! Holy fuck!
It is time.
Do we want to tell Gart or do we just want to go?
Well, let's tell Gart. Gart's my best.
Gart!
Gart! Gart! I found a key!
Smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song that you sang at karaoke.
I
Fucking rock that shit.
It was all right. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
1 second, Gart!
The whirling. Okay, well, I guess we need to unlock it first, but...
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button.
Hello?
Like, why am I not moving? I'm not hitting the right button. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
It's the TARDIS.
Let's go.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks.
Dust rises before you like a mist. A tomb, haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
Cocaine skull?
No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Damn, Smell, you're being such a killjoy today.
Oh my god, a workshop?
He's got
like,
one job.
Like the hit track from the hit album Smile?
Wee.
Oh, it's in here.
Look at all
look
of
at all this
those
stuff.
green orbs to explore.
Yeah.
A note. NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window.
Non-binary.
This pinball is white Deora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning.
Back glass. That sounds like a word that would be great in a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Who the
Over
fuck
there,
is
in the corner?
interfacing? Oh, okay.
Pinball machine?
Our good friend interfacing.
Our good friend interfacing that we talk to all the time. Pinball machine?
We take a minute to appreciate this look we got going right now.
We're fucking slaying, dude.
Ah! He's still talking. Oh my gosh. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius, Gertie, and the Mountain Goats. It's lit.
Mountain Goats
You
reference.
can't wait to get your hands on it.
It's lit.
It's lit.
Kim, are you seeing
That
what
would
I'm
be such a
seeing?
good band name.
Cornelius Gertie and the Mountain Goats is what I'm calling my Mountain Goats cover band. Actually, no, it's what I'm calling my Sea Power cover band. That makes more sense.
Kim, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
You played it?
You played it?
A little.
Wow. Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Let's go.
We have to play a pinball minigame right now.
Sonic Frontiers.
The lieutenant's size.
What skill is play?
Probably hand-eye or interfacing.
Yeah.
Cornelius Gertie and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on the top of the black box. There's a small column of text underneath it. The machine is coin-operated.
Get the game on. What the heck?
Get
I don't want to say
on.
I think it's fine, but it sounds dirty.
It sounds like something.
Out of the
Those
way, finger boy. I'm
Boy,
gonna
I'm
get it.
about to get it.
Lean
Let's read
closer
that
to
text.
read the text.
Read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, "Inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gurdy taking on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Mundi, the Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gurdy shall return and save his people."
I love it when my pinball
I
comes
love
with
King
lore.
Arthur. Yeah. Most pinballs do.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gertie's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gertie's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit!
What's
What's
with all
with
the
all the
goats?
Goats.
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Pinball wizard over here, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, look at us go.
Gertie Ball is lit! Get your pinball on! It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
Makes crushing rock seem such a breeze. He may be slow, he can't jump high, but this Kong's one hell of a guy.
Hey.
Go, finger boy.
Go.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy? Is he
Kind
problematic?
of guy you can trust?
Is he our problematic fave?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer.
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by a wall-mounted hunting trophy from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife.
That's no
and
good.
kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be
Yes.
He nods at the machine.
I need somebody to like save the hateful little man.
man.
I need it.
I love the fact that he's the guy who's like, wow, you're enjoying this thing. Let me tell you the thing about it that's gonna ruin your time. But I hope you're having fun.
Hope you're having fun,
Kim
though.
Kitsuragi ran the Your Fave is Problematic Tumblr in the early 2010s.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The Jolly Goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit
Less than 3.
slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Let's do this.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for the perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths, but finally the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through.
Tiny hammer shot. What? Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass.
Oh.
The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
Oh.
Something's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money.
It's a kill screen?
A stupid nihilistic
It's literally smoking.
It's a kill screen.
There's so much fog you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness.
Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting.
Me playing Persona 4.
This can be navigated. The balls leave an almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. Man, when my pinball machines do this,
Oh god,
really gets my goat.
Winning
But
is
it's okay.
stressful.
I'm the best at it. I would even say that I am the goat. Okay. Damn, it can be done.
It can be done.
Just watch.
There we go.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
Are you watching?
I am.
Don't
I've seen
believe
it
me,
before.
just watch.
Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
What a killjoy.
Oh god.
Someone needs more girly
Understand
Lindsay in this life, Kim.
Well, better to try.
I swear to God.
We can do it.
Double sixes. Double sixes.
We can do
Double
it.
sixes.
Let's go.
No. Mads.
Oh, that is me. Crazy. Absolute
Every
insanity. Every time. I mean, it's like my one. Okay.
No,
How
no,
if you
no,
can't
I'm
even
not.
How if you can't even see it?
I just think it's funny because it's reaction speed and it takes you a minute.
It just
Oh,
takes
yeah,
2
exactly,
minutes
exactly.
to get there. The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee.
It killed himself to spite you.
That's how I want to go out.
What is it? Me killing myself in front of you and changing the course of your
trajectory
entire
of your life,
change
yeah.
the trajectory of your life.
There goes nothing, finger boy.
Save.
Woo!
Save. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
nothing more
okay,
terrifying than
okay.
someone being like, save!
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 One of us flowed. Can we not try again?
No.
It's
We
over.
cannot try
It needs
again.
serious maintenance before anyone can play it again.
Bummer.
I'm gonna hit this, and then we'll do it. This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords.
Oh, maybe. Usually we get a
Yes.
thing. No, we would get a bubble.
Ah!
Can we go out?
Not gonna tell us how good
I
we
want
are.
it.
at
I want it.
pinball?
No, no.
I don't know what stat it is. Hold on. Let me look. Oh, there we go.
All these mesmerizing machines just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Are we gonna start an arcade?
In the fishing village.
Hardcore!
Yeah.
The failed commercial district. I think an arcade was one of them. All right, let's look at that white Diora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life at any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind
Alright,
of
I'll bite.
inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machine.
We fire
How
one
about
of these
we
bad
fire
boys
some
up.
of these bad boys up and play some ball.
40-year-old man
Fire
saying.
them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
He looks the way.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball.
Oh,
They weren't
no.
broken.
Oh
You
no!
would kick one of these machines about now.
No, we're
Oh,
so
no.
stupid.
Oh, no.
Sounds like you
Sounds
don't
like you don't.
pinball, Kim.
You don't.
That's actually not that bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
No, I
Is
love
this
it.
Is this
I love pinball.
We're gonna
Who
reload.
doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
Yes.
He doesn't.
What about the other
about the other
one?
one?
Franco-Nigerian ball. Wanna play that?
No.
Alright.
You put a point in encyclopedia.
Brain blast.
We also have a
Think.
hat we're not wearing.
Think.
Well, yeah, we
I
can't.
I love the fact that this would be like internalizing for the first time that
His name is Kim
that-
Katsuragi.
that he is a minority.
Oh my god. What do
Oh
we...
my gosh.
Do you want to put a
We're
point in
just gonna reload.
encyclopedia?
Okay.
Okay.
Don't need to, bitch!
Oh my god, we got it!
Let's go.
We're not
Oh,
that
thank
stupid.
God.
It's we know things that are important.
Pinball! Kitsuragi!
What?
Kim
What?
Pinball Kitsuragi?
What?
No.
Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
What?
Pinball!
Pinball skills so badly came out immediately.
What?
We had our breakthrough for homosexual underground. We finished that thought. We came to a conclusion.
Oh my god!
Right after we realized Kimball, we were like, oh!
He's like, that is the sexiest moment of my life.
Oh, he's such a
Like,
dweeb.
I
Oh!
understand now.
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Oh, this is the best timeline, actually.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so fucking great. No, because if you fail it, he basically says something like, "Didn't your people or like didn't you
Didn't
guys
your people
invent pinball?"
Didn't invent pinball. Yeah, and I know that because that's what I
There
got
you
when I
go.
first played, and I was like, ew, ew.
Yeah.
What did I
Yeah.
say that?
Oh, Stinky. Exactly.
Your Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Yeah. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him. Hi,
Your
Encyclopedia. I missed you.
Pitbull. Pitbull. Pitbull.
Pitbull.
Mr.
Got it!
I don't know. I kind of like.
You're
I mean,
Mr.
I think we
Worldwide.
should, but I also like the idea of just going, "Hey, Kimball."
Kimball.
Oh
What are we
my
doing,
God.
boys?
I think one though.
Alright.
We'll do, no, let's do one.
I don't want him to think we're teasing him.
Your Kim
Yeah.
Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remember.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Oh. You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise.
I keep forgetting about science fiction.
It
Science
is
fiction,
lame.
historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
What? How did you?
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion.
Oh my god.
I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15 years.
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
We love microaggressions in the workplace. Yay.
Yay.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's
Teenagers
best
scared
if
the living
you
shit out of
handle the juvenile delinquents.
Keep calling you Kim.
Don't worry.
Yeah, either 3 or 4.
I mean, when have we ever called him Lieutenant Kitsuragi and not
That's
Kim?
true. It's like good to be affirming, but also.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we just call him Kim.
Kim.
See, this is not where I thought this was going. Like, I thought this was gonna go. It's like this guy is like a famous pinball prodigy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he kind of is.
He
Still.
kinda is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
against
he's-
his will. A secret pinball ring.
Like you do.
Alright,
This is
I
like
think 3.
fan
yeah.
fiction at its best.
Don't
This
worry.
is not the backstory I was expecting.
I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
1 fucking second, Tim! 1 fucking second!
I just realized.
Hold on.
Homosexual underground.
Hilarious.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
Bonuses?
Uh-oh. What are bonuses?
None.
Oh.
None.
There are no
You
bonuses.
stopped thinking about it.
Stopped obsessing about sexuality.
Oh, man.
So basically this is, I've pondered if I'm gay for 8 hours. I decided I'm not, and I'm never gonna think about it again.
Well, he didn't. It's not that he's not. He's just stop obsessing over it.
Okay.
Kim! Hey!
Yes.
Kim, let me tell you.
I have big news, Kim!
Wow.
Okay.
I can't believe this game doesn't give you superpowers for being queer. Any other video game would do that, and it would be cool.
Okay. I've managed to stop obsessing
Think
about
my
sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
Just one thing.
One thing, though.
What?
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Hell yeah, brother!
That's the truth.
That is phenomenal.
Let's go! Canonically gay man, let's go!
Canonically gay man! Canonically gay man!
So,
Which is why he gets
the only advantage.
privileges.
The only advantage you get from this is not stats, but just safe in the knowledge that your partner is indeed gay.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's all you
So
get.
worth it. So worth it.
That's the best.
Should we go tell the other guy? The smoker?
Probably, actually. I don't know what happens. We should tell Gart we opened the fucking door. Smoker! Guess what?
Smoker.
Hi again, gendarme.
No!
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Alright. Let's go.
Gosh, that's wonderful. It's so
Timing
refreshing.
on that is so funny. But
You know, it's just so refreshing to have a game that's like, yes, I am gay. Now let's
Moving
get
on.
with it.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VII. I know, I look great. Moving on. This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Looking.
Take a peek.
I thought it said lock in for a second.
Locking in. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There's There's a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Ooh.
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, last maintenance, 10 July 88.
Look at those controls.
There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descendre, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Uh-oh. Says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say
That's like
let's
70
break.
years. Oh yeah, 80. Yeah, it was like 70 years in the past or something, right?
This elevator was last maintained in the future.
In the future. Yes.
That's really funny.
Yes.
This
Let's do
elevator
that.
was last maintained in the future.
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
It's not a message from the future.
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
Wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark.
Let's go. No animation there.
Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine. Futurism themed.
Oh. Man.
Well, we can take the coat, but
We can't wear it.
The pinball machine has been
not
taken
until we
apart
finish
and gutted.
whatever we want to do with our jackets.
But it's wear them.
Wear them forever.
So this is where they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now.
The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the artists bang away at it.
Oh yeah.
Remember the dice maker? And that means...
Rolling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
That's what you think, Kim.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Does this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
You know the kind of man who does like that?
Us.
You know, all of them?
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counter spells.
I love you. I love you, Inland. Oh, hello.
Ooh. What a footy prints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
Yeah. Oh.
This is so good, it makes him forget about the whole Kimball memory.
It was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a
Let's
closer
have a
look.
closer look then.
Large prints.
Last time we had Last time we had a lot of success in looking at footprints. It didn't take us 12 times.
Large prints, most likely made by boots.
Well, we
The
have
size
skill
is hard
points,
to
so-
determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern. Uniform. There's a fucking bug in my face. Uniform. Horizontal lines.
One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Let's just go down the list.
Yep. The prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
He points to the elevator doors in the corner, and he points to the barred door. This print doesn't look like the odd sole print we found at the hang-in, Ken.
The size looks about the same.
hanging.
actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me, or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Racist had a map of Revachol on his boots.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Is there anything else?
Why not? Oh.
The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside.
What's on the other side?
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacia about this route. See how she reacts.
Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
Well,
Unbar the door?
yeah, I guess.
The
I don't
question
see any reason
if
either way.
the main question that Kim brought up is like, basically, do we want to immediately let her know that we know about the secret passage or not?
No, let's just keep looking first. We'll tell her later.
Hi, Glacier. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol.
Oh, well, that worked out.
Cold coffee and an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog.
I wonder if we can talk to Glacia and be like, hey, remember when I didn't remember things? Yeah, I was, lying.
Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
We gotta try.
Well,
We don't have to try. We might fall off the roof.
It'd
be funny.
Is that the worst thing that could happen?
We'd make a fool of ourselves in front of Class A, which we already have.
What else? What else is new?
We're standing here in a froggy visor. Maybe we can grab them and give them to her. I say we go for it.
Yeah.
No, fuck you. The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Oh, we could have given them to her as like a...
Sorry for...
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Can I interest you in some petals in this trying time?
We want to have another thought. We have 4 skill points just sitting there.
More thinking.
We can keep working on Cold Mamadakwa.
Oh, God.
We can. We could become a communist.
We could figure out what's going on with Arno Van Eyck.
+1 interfacing, that could be good. With Arno Van Eyck, because we can't put any more points into interfacing.
True.
Mm-hmm.
It's for less than an
It's a
hour.
temp bonus, though. Yeah, never mind then. Humpty Dumpty Dom Center.
That's taking away a
Yes.
suggestion for right now. Is that the move?
No.
We have a lot
And
of
you said-
suggestion.
You said that that reward's not good for us, though, right?
Yeah, because we're stupid.
We're dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's the
We're too
reward for
stupid
that
for the
one is you
Humpty
get
Dumpty Center.
you get money with the Humpty Dumpty Dum Center. It's like you'll get money for every passive encyclopedia check.
Yeah, forget about that.
So we're a little too stupid for that. Next playthrough,
about-
Nasty Boy playthrough, we'll Humpty
We'll
Dumpty
be
Dum
smart
all
and
over
we'll
the
be an
place.
asshole.
We could think about our dead wife. She's not dead. Our
dead wife.
Our dead wife.
Dead to us.
We could keep going on
Sure,
this
why
scripted
not?
bullshit.
Well, if we
Let's-
did, well,
What?
I'm like, that's the thing that like can probably seems to hurt us the most. So maybe it would be a good idea to be like, let's try to like heal from that.
What?
Is it more healing to live with the pain and grief, or is it better to just let go?
I'm talking about cryptids here. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about our wife.
Oh no. I mean,
kind
yeah.
of like putting something in our thought cabinet doesn't necessarily mean we're like processing it in a healthy way.
It just means
We're
it's in our head now.
Thinking about it a lot.
That's
Yeah.
true.
What's
Which
But
might
I
not
feel like-
description
necessarily
say?
be good to ruminate.
Yeah.
You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of a hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you can see your eyelids flutter at the mention of what? A great white object letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend, a bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I think we don't need to dwell.
You're like, that sounds too depressing.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather cryptids or communism or freaking
Something fun.
anodic dance music. Yeah.
There's certain things where it's like you sit and you think about it and it just makes it worse for people, especially
Yeah,
if they
unless
don't
you have,
have
like-
a person like
Like
a
therapist.
professional guiding them
Yeah.
through that.
That's
The
true.
Arno Van Eyck one? Is that going to get us
The
to something
question will-
hardcore?
I don't know. Maybe Egghead is actually on
Maybe
a in
Egghead.
disguise. Egg?
That was only 50 minutes.
It's short. We'll probably finish it before we're through with this conversation, if I had to guess.
Okay.
I'm good with whatever. I just thought it'd be good to do something.
I'm good for this or the cryptids.
Let's finish the cryptid, so we started it. That's my final answer.
Cryptids.
Cryptids! Cryptids! Cryptids!
Woo!
We'll get there.
Jack,
Hi,
is this
Cassian.
our uniform for battle?
Oh, we don't really need to do that yet.
Oh,
So,
okay. We just yapping?
There's gonna be a little bit more back and forth, I feel.
Right, there's a little more back and forth. I forgot about that.
Oh,
You're gonna
boy.
shoot us?
10 p.m. we gotta...
We gotta fucking move it. The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
A leg in one hand and a burb in the other. I need to get you guys into YouTube poop.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body built long and lean.
Alright, chill out.
Intoned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice
Proceed politely. Yeah. I can do that. Nice view you got here.
Nice view
It's
you got
much
here.
nicer now.
Her eyes wander north toward the yard.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you
We
for
did
that,
that,
officers.
kind of.
Truly.
There's something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Hehe. Disco Inferno!
These are all pretty good.
These are all great.
I kind of like 4. Or 2.
Well, this is like our good. This is like our. We need to make a good second impression.
Disco Infernum is very superstar.
It's true.
I'm leaning on that, I think.
Alright, let's do that.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Oops.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from
Hell
Precinct
yeah, you are.
57.
Oh, yeah, you
I
are,
believe
baby
you have
girl.
already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
The stream opened on my phone.
Oh.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Oh yeah, feel the power.
I have. I was gonna say I have very little idea what I'm doing. I don't know if we want to. We
Once a
probably want
cop,
to promote
always a cop.
some kind of confidence. I guess 2 is probably our best choice.
Yeah, okay.
Once a cop, always a cop.
Like riding a cop-a-cycle.
She takes a sip of her coffee.
There's the tiniest bit of flattery in there. The way her eyes move from your shoulder to shoulder.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Thanks, Coach. I think
Thanks,
I'll
Coach.
dilly-dally. I don't think I dilly-dally this time.
I'll dilly-tally this time.
You'll sound like a namby-pamby.
Coach physical instrument is overdoing it, even by my standards. Say something else first. What's your name, miss, for
What's
the
your
record?
name? What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Alright, I'll bite.
A bad memory, officer.
Bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
How old are you?
Something stupid.
Shit, sorry. We'll come back to that. What do you do? What's your specialization? Something stupid. Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins said. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullen replies, because he's under the radiator.
What's that?
Oranís lit.
Oranís lit?
Oranís
Oranís lit these
literature.
nuts.
It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both
Aw.
eyebrows.
What is Oranís literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranís. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
I'm 28.
She takes a drag.
What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then? Money is very important. Show her some money.
Cool.
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 It's not very cool, but what can you do?
I don't think we need to ask for a passport.
No.
Thank you. That's it, for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got there.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
I hear.
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Martinez?
Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed up disco has-beens go.
No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies.
I don't know. These are all great. You're too young to call
man.
yourself a disco has-been? Maybe.
Sure.
You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been.
I'm really not.
That door, did you know, at least to a
I don't know, do we
downstairs
want to
elevator?
let her know that we're on to that?
When?
We don't know
No,
whose
'cause,
footprints they were.
That's true.
I don't want her to think we're like suspicious of her.
Okay, then we'll skip that for now.
For now, we can go back to it.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
I think now we can say you've been through something
Well,
difficult.
I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question. What do you think that could be?
I fear.
One fear.
Fear
we
is
can-
gonna hit on her again.
Mm,
Although I guess it'll give us the option not to.
yeah.
Alright, let's click on it. Let's see.
Can I ask you a
Yes.
personal question?
You're just one room away. Very personal.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory. Like, she already knows that.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions. Like,
Well,
He waits for you to finish the sentence. Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Okay. You need to drop Kim off. You tell us you've been through something difficult.
drop
Something
him off at the
difficult?
McDonald's play place.
I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
One?
Yeah.
Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually,
Ma'am, it's
evening.
9 p.m.
Do you know where your children are?
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The sun sets in the sea. Long shadows pass over the plaza below.
It is evening. Time flies, man.
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Let's
Yes, that's-
let's go down the list here.
Yeah.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
They must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Are you sure you weren't?
What a question.
I'm 89% sure.
So you're not entirely sure.
You know how it is.
You may know.
Do I?
You may.
I think do I might be like prompting.
Sure.
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Kim.
Sounds like something
5 or
happened.
4, yeah.
I feel like 4.
4.
Sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
You get the feeling she might be.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Wait, partied? Where have I heard that before?
You mean like a birthday party?
What's a wait?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus, about her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it. I don't get it. What do you mean partied?
You mean like a birthday party?
Birthday party.
I'm leaning 3, but if you want to do something else, we can.
No silly goose.
Oh, we can do 3. That's fine.
Alright, I don't get it. What do you mean partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And
Also, I'm
then
gonna be right
drinking
back.
harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers.
Were feelings? I'd say 2. I don't know.
Hmm.
Either way.
2.
Okay,
Were
were
feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension?
With longing, she misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
Bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Say nothing?
Look at...
I mean, we can ask. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can ask.
Okay. The call. That was you.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go on, because that's like a wait.
If it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? Wow.
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline.
That's some clever tampering. Simple and clever, crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty. Or some idea.
Nifty.
That was nifty.
That was cool.
Thanks.
She manages a smile. She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff. More nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
I've also seen him in a
Very
dream.
normal thing to say.
Very normal thing to say.
Superstar of us.
Sure, why not?
I've also seen him
Fuck
in a
it.
dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She runs out of cigarette. Time to light a new one. She sees them in each other's arms.
Better conclude this part of our talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The young woman dips her cigarette into the lighter's flame and inhales.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
There's a silence. Her brows meet in the middle for a pained frown. I'm not picking up any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They
Thanks for a lot.
stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused. Sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer.
We failed that.
Yeah.
We lost this one, chat.
She's just
We'll
tired.
get him next time.
Get him next time.
Don't push her too much.
So we could ask about the elevator. If we don't.
Yeah, we could go back.
Yeah.
If we're feeling like this is no longer suspicious. How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
How did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Yeah, we need to
Which
know
ones,
first.
sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
That'd have been part of the reason they hanged him. Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy.
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
Well.
Thanks for
I'm
telling
ahead
me.
out.
Oh yeah, do we want to? Yeah.
Oh, is that where
Yes.
it is?
I made it.
Reporting crimes is
I don't think
didn't
it was
exact
here.
with Neil.
Yeah.
Which
I
then?
think
The one
we
that-
leave and then because this was a
Thanks.
separate thing.
I don't know.
See that
Thank you for
now?
Oh my God.
I didn't want to, sir.
Yeah.
But if I
thank you for
hadn't,
telling us this.
you'd still be hanging there.
Yeah, there's another one that's like, let's go back to talking
Like-
about your room. Yeah, so it's
Oh,
conclude.
so that's oh, it's another menu
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
It's something else before we go. A little thing.
Little thing. She nods.
Ooh.
Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
All right, so let's go down the
let's
room one.
Ask about the room again.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That door.
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some other time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
We could tell her all these things, right?
Yeah, let's go down the line.
Yeah.
There's a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
The lieutenant points to her window. The unmade bed is visible through the glass.
Okay.
There is a pause as she processes this information.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
We don't know at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
Shit. I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know.
Puno
I'll be
reference.
fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
There were tracks on the floor. They're recent.
Huh. This isn't good.
She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door.
This is an old pinball workshop. Yeah, the room back there. It used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
That's it.
That's it.
She flicks the ash from her cigarette absent-mindedly.
She's lost in thought, eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed.
Other questions?
All right.
This white shack.
We have a couple things of volition closed.
Slight confusion about the bullet.
We can get a +2.
Yeah.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee, most likely.
At
Kim?
Will
Kim.
say-
Hold on.
Kim. Well, I will say that if we do that, it might take a while, and if we want to go to this thing at 10, we probably should not do that.
Okay.
But we can do it later.
Kim?
Yes, we can do it later.
Okay. Kim.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all that?
This
What else
conversation
could she
right
have
in front of
done?
her.
Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
Mm-hmm.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay. Kim's
Bye-bye.
basically telling us, don't be too trusting
Or you can go
yet.
through her apartment. You could go through her hotel room. Oh, never mind.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I can see into Klaus's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the people, instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural in there. Sensationally unnatural.
Okay, bye.
Bye! Love hearing from you, Lex, every day. Alright.
So it seems like there's another woman who is the lady driver.
Oh, God!
Otherwise,
You feel someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. The bed has been hastily made.
the timing was all off for Class A anyway.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your fingy along it.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges, but the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window was recently replaced.
Looks
Maybe
like
someone
it.
threw a shoe through it.
He adjusts his glasses.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
What is this,
What is
guilt
guilt
now?
now?
Guilt
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's messing with your concentration.
Oh.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Hell yeah, horrific
Alright.
necktie.
Thanks, Necktie. Can
Guess
always
we'll-
count on you.
go
I gave you a
snooping around her
pronunciation guide
room.
for
Why not?
for her name.
Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Pile of dirty clothes. A woman's. This room has sad all over it. Reminds you of your own. You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there. This medicine cabinet is full of wares, sheets of pills haphazardly stacked on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the teeth or brush.
It's been
Gonna
used.
crack the case.
Quite a lot.
But not for scrubbing blood off tiles or anything else interesting, it seems.
Alright. Do we dare look at the med? Okay.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet and pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
But a collection in there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything of note?
He asks in a lowered voice.
Search the bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoparidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra.
What's Nacra?
Nacra fucking business.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Okay, pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs, you find... What do you find? This is gonna take a little know-how.
Do we have to throw electrochemistry a bone?
Yeah.
What have I done?
There's no... Information is information. We might learn...
Why don't
to
you
learn
like
something.
me?
We might explain something.
I've done nothing to you!
No, it's all part of a balanced mind.
A bright orange bottle with
boy.
Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters! Jackpot, baby! That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
What is so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man! Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders, but what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide.
This is, can't stress enough, just Adderall.
Yeah.
This is just Adderall.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
I think dextro might explicitly also mean delayed release. The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy!
Close the cabinet.
Close the cabinet.
Told you about it.
Sweaty hands.
No.
Anyway, let's make our way back to somewhere.
The apartments.
The apartments! Hello?
Do we want to talk to the Hardy Boys and be like, we're on to you bitches?
We got 5 minutes.
Oh shit, that's
We
right.
gotta
have, like, a
go.
thing. Where, I forget, what are we doing? Oh, we're meeting with the communists?
Meeting with the communists.
In our very cool jackets.
Yeah, we'll fit right in.
Okay, we'll have to like kill those 5 minutes by like talking to Cindy or something. Because you can't trigger it until 2200.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? I
Nope.
don't believe it. There'll never be skull. Fat chance. Have you noticed this place is a sepulchre? Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. Have you ever we rarely this place. I thought I'd make yeah. Thanks.
Come on, time. Let's go.
Come on!
A watched clock never
That
boils.
on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
You mean Joyce?
On a first name basis with her.
Because if we read a book, we'll be late.
She's moving up in the world.
That's awesome.
It's where they grow whores like her and their whoremen.
Wow, the negativity.
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
Call me a white knight?
Explicitly.
I ain't no snitch.
Actually,
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Actually.
I don't believe they'll never fat chance. Have you noticed this place
Cindy!
is a sepulchre? We'll paint it red. We bring
Kim!
Yes.
We're just wasting time. So.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
3 minutes left.
we can't access it until 2200.
what about me?
Do we have enough authority?
I don't think so, but we can try. Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something's paralyzing them.
Something the matter, detective?
He's able to make you his thrall. What can I do? Nothing. Better hope he doesn't abuse it. There's a lot of it. If you were an evil man, what sort of havoc would he wreak?
Yeah. I don't know how high your authority has to be to pass that.
If it isn't max, I don't know what it is.
Let me look.
You talk with
What do you
yourself?
mean?
You have conversations with like your brain.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warning?
How do you,
I
you know?
can't say that it does. When I need...
No. Actually, yeah,
What do
let's
you
see
mean?
what that is.
I have no idea.
So, how do you, you know...
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
Okay, same thing.
We
It
talked
says
with the
authority
pathetic
8 or higher. We're close.
We've got a 6. Oh, 7.
7.
So if we put a point into authority right now...
Right now.
we could
Numbers
try
all
it.
different than what I
We try it. We try it.
It's not gonna work, but we could try it.
Yeah. Put her in there.
Put it in me, coach. What's our authority? This is not our authority fit. What is?
We don't
I
have
think
anything.
We don't have anything.
We have nothing
No,
for
we
authority.
had a
Oh, they were
jacket.
all jackets, right? They were all jackets.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right. Well,
Try it.
Yes?
We're at 8.
What about me? No.
no. Doing this in the froggy visor is making us so peak.
Something the matter, detective?
Goddamn right something's the matter. Lieutenant Eyebrow here thinks he can shut you down like some browless freak. Thinks you're just gonna lie back and take it. Let's show him. Raise your brow high, up to high noon.
You sure you want to do this?
You sure you
Kim?
want to do this? These are all very powerful.
Oh, great. I'd say number 2.
Number 2, my lord?
Number 2.
You sure you want to do this, Kim?
Look at him.
After decades unchallenged, the lieutenant's reaction is a bit slow, but he's not letting you have this. Not for a second. This could get ugly.
Now, counter his counter. Brow to the troposphere. Full hoist.
Why is the first thing we're doing after we find out that Kim is gay to try to beat him in an authority?
Welcome back. Counter the counter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone gets hurt. Look at our poses.
God, they're so dumb.
The lieutenant anticipates your move, but can neither deflect nor parry your counter assault. A single drop of sweat trickles down his cheek.
Ooh, hold steady. Use those core muscles.
Look at them.
What the fuck are you two doing? An almost imperceptible snap inside the lieutenant. His shoulders relax, his eyebrow casually descending as he tries his best to look relaxed. Nonchalant, even.
All right. I guess there is one thing. I have, on a few occasions, when I was young and foolish.
Yeah! Baddest bro in town!
Smoked. What?
What?
The hemp. Cannabis. Is that secret enough for you?
Kim,
you
son
of
of a bitch!
It's not a big deal. I don't
Gay and high?
But
hell yeah!
In my 20s.
We should have a blunt sometime.
You know, I have to take you down to internal affairs.
I kind of want to do
report you
number
to
2
HR.
as like a joke, but I don't know if that was how
it is a
work.
joke read. It's a
Yeah.
joke.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I have to take this down to internal affairs, don't you, Lieutenant?
Of course. Here's my gun and badge. They'll put me in the chest for this. But it feels good to have it off my chest.
You brought this on yourself.
You brought this on yourself. You brought this on yourself.
All I ask is the chance to close this final case, so I can go to the chaise with a clean conscience. Let's hurry. I'm living on borrowed time.
His
He's
voice
like,
is filled
you cuff
with
him,
mock
and it's
pathos.
like, are you ready?
Oh yeah?
Good. Let's change the subject.
We have
Excellent.
we're late to our meeting. We gotta go.
We're only 3 minutes late.
It's a bad first impression. As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices having what appears to be an animated discussion.
This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez.
Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt.
Acrid smell of failure.
No, that's just slightly burnt coffee. A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at these
Shut up.
pigs sniffing about after hours.
It's past curfew. Go to bed, Cindy.
I kind of like that.
Go ahead and arrest me, officer. I swear I'll go peacefully.
You can feel her smirk through the dark.
I think she likes us.
The metal grill is cool.
Well, we oinked for her, so I'm sure.
You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket.
Relax.
They're only communists.
Like, you okay, Kim?
Okay. You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I was practically born to infiltrate underground communist cells.
He takes a quick look over his shoulder.
Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
Bang on the grill.
Bang!
Try to look. I think listen first.
And then bang on the grill.
Then bang on the grill.
You can make out at least 2 separate voices.
This is a crazy barbecue.
2 voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
No fucking way. 2 early 20s males talking about communism?
Careful with those now. I have it. It's gonna work. I can feel it.
Now, are we bringing Kim here, or is that a sign that we shouldn't?
We can bring him.
We'll
if
bring
he's
him.
not-
Okay.
If he's not comfortable, he can leave.
If shit sucks, hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks, yeah.
Are we banging?
Bang on the grill.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent.
A pair of frightened hares cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
Who's there? Is that you, Maurice?
Are you
It
a
is
communist?
I.
I'm looking for communists.
Maurice!
That's pretty funny.
Yes. Sonic's middle name.
Ogilvy!
That's his first name.
You're his first name.
Got her.
What are we doing?
Are you all communists?
I'm like,
I'm
where's
looking
the
for
communists?
Communists.
Who said communists? Did we say communists? Get out of here.
Listen, I've already built like 0.0001% of communism, but I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence. What's the passphrase?
It's remember Dolbrava and Abaddon.
Is it
It's
1, 2,
blessed
3,
are the
4?
sausage grinders.
These are all great. These are all really good.
Swordfish. There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure he doesn't throw up.
No!
No! No, they're still there. You can feel them back there.
Alright. The key is taped to the back of the door frame.
No. You're good. Yeah, sorry.
Just make sure you put it back when you're done or we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away in places.
Charmant. After you, detective.
I don't speak witch.
Have fun at your underground meeting, Pig. Hope it's a blast.
Wait a minute. This isn't underground. This is 3 stories up. I was promised caves.
I asked for 2 large fries. And you gave me 100 fucking little ones. The two young men are either oblivious or ignoring your entrance. Oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever they're stacking in the middle of the floor.
Matchboxes, it appears.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is. It's holding.
Careful, careful.
Oh no!
Oh,
man.
Well, time to rebuild communism over again.
Damn, hardly any difference.
The young man shakes his head and then looks up at you and the lieutenant with barely concealed irritation.
You two, you are late.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
His companion looks up at you and squints.
One leader and one follower. Most ancient power dynamic.
The rule of 2.
Jack.
It's Jack. I think they might be corralling their cat.
Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently? Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
Before we move
My
on to the
apologies, comrade.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
They are class enemies. The young man considers you a moment.
He's taking your measure, like an ideological boxer stepping into the ring.
This must be the theory. I'm here. Sorry, I should have said something. This must be the theory combat the Boyadero warned you about. On guard.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-oh. No one said anything about reading. They'll just have to wing this one.
Cam, did you do the reading?
Did you do the reading?
No, detective. The only reading I've been doing is right here.
The lieutenant holds up his little blue notebook. He seems to be wagging the notebook at you, as though he suspects you may have forgotten why you're here.
See,
I have not had time
he's
to
a
seek
cop,
out
so he
pretentious
reads.
communist book clubs, nor have I done their reading.
So he reads the little blue book instead of the little red book.
It doesn't sound like they've done the reading, Steban.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
There's profound consternation in his voice. You suspect it's about something bigger than you not having done the reading.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
I love graduate school seminars.
What
And-
exactly are you two doing here?
I was gonna say, like, all
In
the
most
graduate
generous
students
sense,
in the chat
the
start
theory
laughing.
cultivating revolutionary consciousness. But more specifically, we are running a reading group. It's the most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
Yawn. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of people wearing glasses? Hanging out?
I love you so much.
Hanging out.
Hanging out.
Sounds just like a regular book club.
Patting each other on the back. I like one. Where I can square off in theory combat.
I was
Me
promised
taking
combat.
historiography.
Toasty!
We have been known to get into some spirited debates, but it's always in service of our larger intellectual and ideological project.
If I lose, do you say die liberal and push me onto the train tracks?
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
We can one and then two.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they taught radical Mazovian theory in the universities.
Huh. As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
We are post-attendance, basically.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called Ecole Normale de Reversol is that
I have some
that's where we've
students that
made
are
our greatest critical
post-attendance.
strides.
Kim, can we arrest these kids for truancy?
Okay, so what is your reading
University?
group? Yeah, not for university. That's their own fault. So, what does your reading group actually read?
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week, we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of
Wow.
Truly
They're on the third one.
extraordinary.
And before that, we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
Uh-oh. You could
feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating. Too many words. School is hard.
Let's try to keep listening.
Yeah,
I
force yourself to keep
I
listening.
fear we'll be failing.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
Hablas un pe infernal.
The original Fizdale translation, not that watered down revisionist garbage.
Of course.
This is peak.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they've actually read all this stuff.
Obviously.
But our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
Wait.
I'm following everything else.
You're not familiar with him? It's pretty advanced stuff. You may not be ready for it yet, gendarme.
But your kids are gonna love it. The two men exchange skeptical side glances.
Alright, I'll bite. Who is Ignace Nilsson?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samoa.
Oh, you're a Stalinist.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
Jesus.
Ouch.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Plasm, huh? Sounds like a hell of a drug. You might want to ask about it.
Bonk.
No!
Bonk.
Don't bonk me! It wasn't horny! The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Go down the line.
Yeah, let's just go down the list.
Did you have anything to do with lynching?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
Yeah, I can see
We
that.
think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
What's your group's stance on the lynching?
Our stance? What? Do you want to know if the SRV has established a party line on the lynchings in Martinez?
The two young men look at one another.
Though historically speaking, the SRV has supported direct action against right-wing paramilitary squads, especially when they are doing the Indo-Tribe's dirty work.
Good point. So as a provisional matter, I can say we support it.
You're being sarcastic. You feel like you're caught in some elaborate joke labyrinth, but it's impossible to see your way through.
Yeah,
We're failing
layered-
left and right.
Yeah, it's layered through like 20 layers of irony, so they can't even tell if. Well, it's like the Schrodinger's douchebag.
stupid.
You came here and have no idea what's going on.
It's always that way. Beneath the crust of irony, there's a molten sincerity that threatens to erupt forth. You may witness it yet.
Oh, I just said that.
Are you an empathy, Kenny?
No, I just have spent enough time around leftist infighting to know exactly what this group is like.
Exactly.
Is your reading group affiliated with the union somehow?
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
He speaks the truth.
So what's your stance on crime?
That's easy. Crime is simply the inevitable expression of the injustice and incoherence embedded within capitalism itself.
Delivered with the smug assurance of a schoolboy reciting a maxim he's committed to memory.
It's a symptom, in other words, not a cause.
He waves his hand as though this is all there is to say on the subject of crime. His companion can barely suppress a yawn.
I feel like I'm constantly changing my voice for savoir faire because baby girl doesn't speak very often.
It's part of the fun, part of the charm.
Are there operational communists in Martinez?
No, unfortunately. The communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
I don't want to show them the rifle. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Like this one.
Like
His
this one.
companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry.
He knits his brows together and then looks up.
Can I hold it?
I don't think it's loaded, so.
It's broken.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
broken, but it's
Okay.
broken.
Here, give it to him. A symbol of your
Heavier than I was expecting.
The rifle rests in his open palms. Its position reminds you of something.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith. Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him.
When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
Where's the rest of the reading group?
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
Two's all you
all
need.
you
Me and Kim are
need.
the same way.
Oh.
Yes, we have to.
Kim and I.
The lieutenant mutters.
Oh.
He scribbles something in his notebook, but adds nothing else.
He adds our names in a heart.
Your
H plus K.
asterisk.
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Yes! What happened to them? Tell me about the infighting.
Intellectual
God.
attrition is maybe the best way to describe it.
The
Felix
girls
said
are
he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
Novels. Unbelievable.
SMH,
See?
both of these.
Even the gendarme gets it.
No.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Gotwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
That's my band name.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Whatever this turnip business is about, one thing is perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them. Go down the
What
list.
about the Gotwaldians?
They're the most depressing school of communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Gottwalders, in other words.
It's okay for Uli to say that because his dad is from Gottwald.
He gets a pass, it's
You
fine.
can say it. What's so depressing about their theories?
The Gottwald school believe that intellectuals as a class are incapable of sparking revolutionary change. So all they can do is critique capitalism from inside itself.
Yes, as an intellectual, this is personally insulting to me.
And I'm gonna talk about it.
Spend their time smoking cigarettes and writing long works of criticism that make you want to commit suicide.
Sounds rewarding, actually. You're blaming someone else for your problems.
If it were, they wouldn't keep committing suicide.
Touche.
You see, the Gottwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. But scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
Okay, iconoclast.
For starters, they love talking about beans.
What's wrong with beans? I like beans!
Oh, sure. But iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future.
Pythagoras would hate this bitch.
They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism.
We call ourselves the bean counters. There are precious few.
Ah, yes. The much maligned bean counters. In ensconced in their think tanks and high rises, believing they can save the world through a series of incremental, assiduously technocratic reforms.
I don't get it.
1 or 3.
Are the beans a metaphor?
Okay, yeah, sure. One.
Beans a metaphor?
If only. They've got all the beans accounted for in their asset sheets, their quarterly budgets, their future projections. But for some reason, there are never enough beans to go around. So we've just got to cut our bean rations in half.
And next thing you know, there are budget cuts, so now we've got to cut the bean rations in half again. You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists, but in reality they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
What about the liberals? Are they liberals
Are they
too?
liberals too?
Of course not. The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
True!
Basically indistinguishable from fascists. You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
Ah! What about Cindy?
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the PPSA.
That doesn't stop
We
her
have to
from
write
using
an
her room
essay.
for studio space, of course.
You say something about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist. He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Oh,
Like we added
really
this
intellectual,
later.
it sounds like.
The lieutenant arches his eyebrows.
Right. So a few weeks ago we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Morris said... what were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
Remind me what inframaterialist theory says about turnips again?
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops, which Morris somehow has the gall to deny.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
Well,
Uh-oh.
well, what's great about this is then when the crop yields end up being less than you expect, then you can just say that the conditions are not suitably revolutionary enough.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
So you expelled Maurice from the reading group over an argument about turnip.
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
I've heard enough. Let's talk about something
Go
else.
ahead.
I've seen enough. Okay.
The young man gives you a half smile. His companion sniffs.
What are you doing with the matchboxes?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who were just messing around. It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could.
Is the reading group accepting new members?
We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
The young man turns to his companion.
But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Steban, you can't be serious. For these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, you still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process.
He turns
Let's
back.
go.
Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Impossible. Whew.
Will you still be here if I have more
Composure. We can get a +1 on composure.
Somewhat bookish toad.
It's a white check.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess I can do it and then.
Yeah, let's put on our shoes, our composure shoes.
Sure. We're here most every
And then
night.
try to join the
Maybe we'll
reading
catch your
group.
pace.
Sleep well.
If it doesn't work, we'll do it again. Some
Yeah.
other time.
Exactly.
So much
Bubbles. It's the snake skins. Yep.
The gendarme returns. What do you need?
Alright. Less than 1/5 chance.
It's not terrible.
We did it before.
And we'll do it again!
Yeah,
Woohoo! Wow, such good luck with the rolls today. Oh my god.
Cheering for joining a book club.
Take a deep breath. You've done some reading these past few days, but you also know there's more to life than what you find in books.
You've survived things these kids can't even imagine. They've got nothing on you.
Now, chin up. You've got this.
Alright, let's do this.
All right, let's do this.
All right,
Alright, let's
I'll
do
bite.
this interview.
Let's do this interview.
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in, and we'll just see where the conversation goes.
I may not have read many books.
This is interesting.
Yeah, are we trying to ingratiate ourselves, or do we want to try to be ourselves?
Hmm.
I mean, we have read books.
It's true, we read one
Yeah,
pamphlet at least.
we've read practical books. Like,
About cockatoos?
yes.
I feel like they want to hear one. 3 is
I think
most
2
honest.
2 might be useful.
Alright, sure.
Alright, number 2.
Aha, a real old-school pedestrian materialist. All right, we'll play along. So what sort of practical works are we talking about?
Consider the cockatoo.
Oh no!
Consider the cockatoo.
Consider its trees.
How much do you really know about what they're like?
Cockatoos. Fascinating. So tell us what you've gathered from
Yes!
your ornithological research.
It's all coming together.
Let's go.
This is a good start. They're starting to loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. This is a subject where you hold all the advantages.
But really, when I several hours later, when I saw the major majestic in all its glory, I knew it was the cockatoo.
I'm having a great
for me.
time.
I have to say, I underestimated the opulence of cockatoos. I've only ever seen the grey ones. It makes sense though. Mazovianism stresses the essential continuity between humanity and nature. So anything you find in one should be reflected in the other. What's the exact quote, Uli?
I believe it's man is the mirror of the world.
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one.
This is phenomenal.
Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
Don't you think, though, that you can only really understand current events if you have a firm background in history and political theory?
That reminds me.
I can't believe everything is coming together
and
for
I-
this.
Cam and I just played this interesting game, Suzerainty.
Oh, right.
Yes.
We've been meaning to try that out.
We have
Yeah.
a
Play together
You want to
now.
play?
Now's your chance to end this interview on a high note.
Oh
Soon
my
you're
God.
engaged in a thoughtful back and forth about the relationship between theme and mechanics.
This is.
But
the
then my
greatest
issue with
thing.
these historical cue pushers is that they offer the illusion of subjectivity even as they reinscribe the logic of colonialism itself. Though I'd love to
It's
hear your
exactly
take
what
on
I'm
it.
saying.
For me,
Oh, no.
games
Oh.
are mostly about spending time with a partner.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. Is it?
He's only saying that because he likes getting trashed like a schoolboy.
Oh, you know it.
Oh
I
my
was wondering
god.
where that line happened.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackle,
Oh.
pop.
Is this in one of those like Disco Elysium quotes with no context, like social media accounts?
I don't know, but it's going in Jack's compilation for sure. I don't know which one.
It's going in something.
Yes. Porque no los dos.
Listen, this is a
insane.
forward-thinking group. It's entirely your business.
Yeah, Siobhan thinks it's kinky. Siobhan's like, look, man.
We support the homosexual underground.
Anyway, we also enjoy a good board game every once in a while. The other week, Ulysses and I tried this new one where everyone is competing to manage their own zone of ecological catastrophe. You should see the components.
The irradiated
What a
waste
way to
tokens
round
have
out
this
Pride
great
Month.
metallic ochre sheen.
In any case, I think we've heard enough. We could use someone with your perspective in the group. With just a bit more theoretical foundation, I think you'll be making real contributions.
Yes.
See, all it is
I would say
just
he's
about
got
being
serious
friends with
potential, at
someone.
least.
Because that's all it
That's
is,
all.
really.
Welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
Yay!
Yeah,
Here's
we
your
did
first
it.
assignment. It's an overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
I'll add it to my very extensive reading list.
I am very smart.
You're going to fit right in, I think. Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m. Do be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
Excellent.
That is
Good job, everybody.
so phenomenal. We gotta read that at some point. Orb.
Coffee.
Coffee.
At the bottom of
Oh.
the pot, an aisle of black sludge rises from a shadowy area.
There was a purple.
Oh, it's a jacket!
Is that a jacket?
Yeah. Well, it's a vest. I'm assuming it's a jacket. Try not to think about the cracks
Probably.
spidering out across the floor. This poster reads, "Under the cobblestones, communism." This one says, "No war but class war."
I love how he said. Oh, go ahead.
A rickety easel surrounded by pots of gouache.
They said, "Don't worry. I'm sure your jacket will turn up someday." I think we stole his jacket.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to be like, we found your jacket and we breezed past it.
And we didn't, yeah.
University's a lot better once you stop going to class. Incredible.
You're back.
What's with the paint stuff?
That's Cindy's stuff. She just sort of moved it all in a few months ago.
She said if she's going to make truly radical art, she needs a suitably radical workspace.
And I don't think she could afford rent at an actual studio.
You like her art?
You like her art? Yeah.
Oh, sure. It's definitely interesting, I would say. I guess you could call her latest stuff a sort of counter-bourgeoisie calligraphy. She's got a real taste for radical slogans.
It's too bad she hasn't developed the theoretical foundation to do truly radical work.
I think she'll get there, though. She's still looking for a subject equal to her ambitions.
What's the deal with this place?
The deal?
What's the deal?
At a fundamental level, I guess you could call it the shattered bones of a dream crushed by capital.
That's really good, Steban. You should save that for an essay.
Thanks, Uli. When the idea is sound, the words just sort of flow.
Or this used to be luxury apartments, million real views, that sort of thing.
That could be. it would explain some of the more ornate detailing. But we're speaking in world historical terms here. What this place represents, not what it merely was.
His friend yawns, evidently bored by literal reality. It's also past midnight.
Go
I want to
ahead.
go to bed. The young man gives you a half smile. His companion sniffs. Bye. Sorry for stealing your jacket.
I wonder what would happen if you just like sat here and read the book.
I think you
talk
can.
to them about the
You
book.
probably can.
Let's do
When do
it.
we have to go to bed?
Time does not continue once it hits 2 a.m. and then there's just no consequences.
Oh, okay.
Time stops at 2 a.m. The cover of this pocket-sized volume features a swirl of orange, yellow, and green. The title, A Brief Look at Inframaterialism, is set in an authoritative yet approachable serif font. On the inside jacket flap, you find a brief summary. What is inframaterialism? A highly theoretical branch of Mazovian communism? A collection of mystical ramblings by a discredited revolutionary? Or possibly both? This brief look, TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most fascinating and misunderstood theories in a concise, jargon-free manner.
This is
Jargon-free.
kid stuff.
I'm sure it's jargon-free.
So far, so good.
You turn to the table of contents. The guide itself is divided into several sections with seemingly esoteric titles like Ethers of Plasm on Root Vegetables and Mental Projection and Transference. There's also a brief introduction about the life of Ignis Nilsson.
Mental what?
Mental Projection
my
and Transference.
That sounds like some supernatural stuff.
Supernatural.
Let's read that intro.
Known to his numerous admirers as the evangelist of the revolution and to his even more numerous enemies as the apocalyptic Shrike, Ignis Nilsson remains one of the most controversial and fascinating figures to emerge in the years of the anticentennial revolution, second only to Krasmazov himself. During his unparalleled life, he helped guide a revolution in one country and found a new state in another. Along the way, he committed some of the most notorious war crimes in an era famed for its atrocities. And yet, his most fascinating contribution may be the most overlooked: his theory of ideological plasm, from which his followers and successors developed the school of communism known as inframaterialism.
Start reading,
Start reading
baby.
the first chapter.
If you're like most people, you'd probably believe that your thoughts reside in your brain, right?
That's not right at all. Thoughts don't exist in the brain. They float through the air. Your brain is but a fish swimming through them.
Fuck.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Pee is stored in the balls.
I love Daft Punk, anyway.
Honestly, it's my favorite Daft Punk song.
I say
Stored
3.
in the balls.
Just like my favorite Beatles song is "It's okay to
leave your
keep
dog in a hot car."
You leave your dog in a hot car, yeah. Honestly, I have no idea where some of these thoughts come from.
This sounds more like a question for a psychiatrist. See also a brief look at psychiatry. But let's stick with Ignis Nilsson a moment. As Mazov's devoted comrade and leading theoretician, Nilsson was responsible for developing much of the intellectual foundation of communism, but his interests and speculations were famously wide-ranging. During his final years in exile, he produced, among other things, an early guide to homebrewing, instructions for raising revolutionary children,
Homebrewing?
plans for a universal pictographic language, and a detailed
The homebrew
materialist
channel?
critique of Dolores Day's chess strategy. But one thing he returned to time and time again was the fundamental relationship between thoughts and matter. We may yet discover, he wrote in his notebooks, that under certain exceptional circumstances, the proletariat's embrace of historical materialism may be so fervent that their beliefs take form in the world of matter as a kind of revolutionary plasm.
Hold on. Can you put that in slightly more basic terms?
I just said, huh, okay.
Certainly. In essence, Nilsson is arguing that thoughts don't just reside inside the brain, they radiate outward from it. According to this idea, the brain is an ideological transponder, constantly emitting waves of highly politicized energy, which Nilsson called plasm.
Okay.
Okay, yay.
Stay with us a moment longer. What's more, Nilsson speculated that this plasm, when it becomes powerful enough, might begin to influence the material reality surrounding it, hence the name inframaterialism. Unfortunately, Nilsson passed away before he was able to develop these initial ideas into a full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists. Building on Nilsson's basic thought, these theorists reached a startling conclusion: that a sufficiently revolutionary state might be able to exhibit certain extra-physical effects based on the amount of plasm generated by its citizens.
Wait, so this isn't even Nilsson's theory, it's his followers?
This
Correct.
is Scientology meets like actual like faith thought, basically.
It's the secret.
Yeah, no, it is. It literally is. That's so good.
Though certain particulars of the theory are commonly attributed to Nilsson himself, the evidentiary basis of those attributions has always been a point of contention between inframaterialists and their critics.
So these people are saying that if enough people just believe in communism, it will come true?
The actual theory is highly technical, but for the purposes of this brief look, TM, that's a fine working definition of the concept.
There's probably something wrong with this theory, but you're the kind of person who believes anything they read in a book. So why don't you just roll with it?
All right.
Oh man.
All right.
All
right.
Inframaterialists divide the extra-physical efforts of the revolutionary state by the level of plasm required to achieve them. At the lowest, or first level, revolutionary plasm is believed to stimulate or invigorate matter without altering its essential properties.
Turnips.
Sounds like that business with the turnips.
Turnips.
Precisely. Though plasm does more than increase vegetable yields, it may also influence the physiology of revolutionaries themselves.
Turn them into super beings.
It's also been postulated that plasm may account for the remarkably full and manly facial hair observed in many communist males.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh my god.
Glad we kept the beard.
Stroke it. Yeah.
Proudly, and some of the superstar.
Of course, inframaterialists argue that revolutionary plasm may stimulate human physiology in other ways as well.
Wink, wink.
Oh yeah, we're talking about white-hot communist sex, baby!
Thanks.
Great, we got the cold Mama Aqua. We're having really good timing with thoughts today. That's correct! Reports from the revolutionary period claim that the most radically devoted communards were able to engage in vigorous intercourse for up to 8 hours at a time.
8 hours? There's no way. Your equipment will be mashed to jelly.
And on that note, you feel like you've gotten the general idea of inframaterialism, enough to carry on a basic conversation at least. But if you'd like to go even deeper into some of the more speculative aspects of the theory, you could always read further.
Do it.
The book prints quite... Alright. Fuck it.
This is very funny to read as someone who is not a materialist, but finds, like, material analyses of things useful. You know? Like...
Yeah, same.
You flip forward a few pages until you come upon a chapter titled Mental Projection and Transference. When a community has achieved a sufficiently high degree of revolutionary fervor, inframaterialists believe that second-level effects may be observed. At this second level, certain hyper-revolutionary individuals may even develop the ability to extend their thoughts into material space, and vice versa.
It's Scientology!
Yeah, that's Scientology, baby.
That's I was saying this. Like,
Yeah.
once it's like thoughts influencing reality, it's like, oh yeah, you can make stop signs change or something.
Wait, does that mean communists can read minds?
According to inframaterialist theory, yes. Under suitably revolutionary conditions, that is. Of course, one doesn't need to be a communist to be attuned to the thoughts of your brothers and sisters. Thanks, Esprit de Corps, it's become something of a folk legend that during their final meeting, Nilsson and Mazov didn't speak a single word, preferring to sit in silence with their chamomile tea, reading one another's thoughts.
That's probably not what happened.
One of the minor tragedies of the late revolutionary period is that few reliable accounts survive. Much of what we know of the Communards' activities during this period come from memoirs and secondhand accounts, some only written down decades after the fact and of dubious authenticity.
Are we getting more gay options because we found out Kim was gay, or is that just
No, this is normal.
the way it goes?
Yes, let's go. Hey,
you
Kim.
can just say this shit.
I love it.
Oh wait, sorry, I just remembered what this was.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine.
Hey, Kim. You'd say we share a pretty special connection, right?
I suppose we do work quite well together.
Oh.
You and me, we're on the same wavelength. It's why we're always finishing each other's.
Your words hang in the air as the lieutenant scribbles something in his notebook. At some point, he realizes you're waiting for him
writes
and
down
looks up
sentences.
with a tightly knit brow.
Sentences.
The lieutenant looks at you evenly for a moment, then returns to his notebook without a word.
You left me hanging there.
Did I? My bad, detective. Won't happen again.
He doesn't look up from his notebook.
I do. So it is really funny to like continue or. Okay. So if we had gotten the sandwich
I know.
from Gaston,
I wish we
you
had.
You could share it with Kim, but it takes a lot of prodding and a very specific way to get him to share the sandwich with you. And so with this, sandwiches becomes an option. So it's like we finish each other's sandwiches, and Kim's like,
Nice.
that happened once and under extreme duress.
That's wonderful. That's so awesome.
So why do these effects only work for hyper-revolutionary communists? Because plasm has never been directly observed. The exact mechanism behind these effects remain entirely speculative.
Why are you getting hung up on mechanisms? Open your mind's aperture just a little wider. You're so close to true understanding.
This should be more than enough for a stimulating conversation. That said, if you're still yearning for more...
You must. Everyone knows books save their best parts for the end.
Hell yes, finish the book.
You breeze through the next several sections until you arrive at the final chapter called A Communism Above Reality.
It's 1:30 in the morning. This is the best use of
The
our
best time to read this shit! When a society's revolutionary
When you get
fervor
into a
reaches
really
the
good book.
third and highest level, inframaterialist theoreticians have postulated that the laws of physics cease to be laws.
Yep, sounds about right.
What do they become then?
More like suggestions, according to some of the
suggestions, yeah.
SRV's leading inframaterialists. Of course, it's impossible to say what exactly happens under these conditions. No known society has ever achieved the level of revolutionary enthusiasm the theory seems to require. Some inframaterialists
Exactly.
have even argued that it might require more plasm than humanity alone may be capable of producing.
Wait, are there non-human sources of plasm?
In the SRV, there have been attempts to organize certain species of aquatic mammals, as well as a few of the higher corvids. But as of this writing, only human beings have demonstrated the intellectual capacity for revolutionary communism.
Has anyone gotten close to reaching the third level?
There are numerous stories from Samara involving bandits or fascist mercenaries being levitated by farmers from the most ideologically advanced communes. Of course, few of these incidents have ever been rigorously investigated or substantiated. Among known attempts to channel third-level capabilities, the most well-documented case is the curious case of the Coalition warship debutante.
I've gotta know what that's about.
It concerns an interesting series of events that took place during the invasion of Revachol, As coalition forces made landfall, a cadre of Nilsson's most fervent acolytes attempted to compress a coalition-era static with their collective will. Where's my mouse? There it goes. According to Communard lore, these acolytes positioned themselves at the top of a redoubt just over the Bay of Revachol. From that vantage, they proceeded to visualize pinching coalition warship debutante between their fingers, a gesture believed to assist in the extra-physical materialization of their thoughts.
Did it work?
The acolytes, along with the redoubt, were vaporized in an artillery strike before the process could be completed.
Damn.
Picture a lot of them, all standing with their fingers in the air 1 minute, the next reduced to a bloody mist.
It's been said, though, that in the weeks following the battle, the captain of the debutante noticed an increase in incidents of crewmen striking their heads on unexpectedly low bulkheads. Of course, colorful anecdotes only scratch the surface of what inframaterialists believe may be possible in a truly third-level society.
What would a third-level society even look like?
Some have theorized that such a society would be fundamentally unrecognizable, lacking many of the institutions we typically take for granted in advanced societies, including organized governments, financial institutions, and law enforcement.
This sounds like a seditious fantasy. How can they allow books like this in print?
Others have argued that people living under third-level conditions will be immune to such infirmities as hunger, disease, and mental illness. In some of his later writings, Nilsson himself speculated about the potential for an extra-physical architecture that disregards the laws of bourgeois physics and instead relies on the revolutionary faith of the people for structural integrity.
That seems like a bad theory to design buildings based on.
Nilsson called it the highest expression of communist principles, a society whose literal foundation is the faith of its people. On the following page, you come across a few black and white reproductions of Nilsson's own notebooks. One sketch depicts a government ministry shaped like a great inverted pyramid, a hectare in width at the top, balanced atop foundations the size of common apartments. Another depicts a leaning tower wrapped in a dramatic helix. The caption beneath it reads, "The Tower of History."
Something about that tower looks awfully familiar. Could it be that's what the students were trying to recreate with the matchboxes?
Wait, but what if the people stop believing in the building and the buildings collapse?
In the corner of one of the reproduced notebook pages, you can make out the following words written in Nilsson's distinctive slashing script. "A state that has lost the faith of its people has forfeited the right to exist."
Plausible or not, there's something beautiful about the idea.
Sure.
There is no more. You've reached the outer theoretical limits of communism, and in less than 200 pages. If you'd like to read further, maybe recommend a brief look at Occidental architecture.
Maybe another time.
All right.
Call the Mama Dakwa!
Call the Mama Dakwa.
Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Call du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
+3
What did we get?
perception.
For
-1
shit.
encyclopedia.
No, -1 encyclopedia.
No.
Bye, baby.
There he goes. There he
Oh,
goes.
we're already
That's
so bad
that's
at
the
it.
only point we had. I would suggest putting on rhetoric close if you have.
Oh
any.
yeah, for a discussion like this, absolutely.
Rhetoric. No, we only have minuses. And one of them
Damn.
is the fuck the world jacket.
Fuck!
Oh shit.
Nice.
3 points? Oh, we can put both our points into rhetoric.
That's true, we could, because we're at 0 and that's not good.
Do we want to put points into rhetoric?
I mean,
I'm down.
how important is this relative?
It's not world altering, but it's a really, really amazing line if we
Okay.
can.
All right.
It's also
All right.
just a
Let's
good
do it.
discussion. It's a good discussion.
We can also save.
Oh, is it like a check to get into it, or is it like?
No, it's not a check to get into it, but it's the zinger is a
Oh,
check,
it's a red.
and I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do both of them just in case?
Yeah, why not? We'll level up. It's fine.
We're so rhetorical.
Save, just in case, I guess. Watch, he'll be like, it's 2 a.m. I don't want to talk right now.
Honestly, maybe. Because they were like, we're here until like, I don't know.
You're back.
I'm ready! Let's talk about inframaterialism!
I just read in the corner over there.
Yeah, I just sat here for like an hour reading.
Yes. Let's get right to it.
His companion leans forward, ready to jump in.
They're impressed that you dove right into the most advanced parts of the theory. Half an hour evaporates and the conversation is still wending its way toward new and unexpected places.
A cool breeze coming off the bay wraps itself around the Capeside apartments. In a nearly forgotten part of that glorified construction site, surrounded by rusted pieces of scaffolding and walls of faded tarpaulin, a detective of the RCM debates the intricacies of an abstruse theory with a pair of university students.
I'm still trying to figure out how the pale fits into all this.
The two phenomena are actually deeply intertwined. Many inframaterialists believe that Pale is actually a manifestation of nostalgia and historical inertia. Those same theorists have hypothesized that revolution may in fact create a counterforce that prevents the Pale from expanding.
Communism and being super hardcore!
Yes.
I see.
Now the breeze has subsided. All is still except for the last bit of steam rising from the coffee pot.
Well, on that note, I think we can call it an evening.
Yes. One of our better discussions lately, on the whole.
Hang on, is that it?
What do you mean, is that it? You've done the reading, we talked about it. What more do you expect from a reading group?
I just thought there would be more. Like, when are we doing,
More
like, the
what?
meat grinder
What are we
shit?
doing in the communism?
I don't
Hello,
know,
more
something?
something.
It seems like there's something on your mind. Maybe a question you mean to ask?
The young man turns to his companion, then back to you.
He probably won't get a better chance. Honestly.
Are women bourgeois?
But it's getting late, so maybe pick the most important question.
Cam, what should we ask?
Detective, how should I know what questions you have about communism?
Well, let's think about it. That'll probably give us a
come
better
on.
chance.
We have things to do in the morning.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, man.
Haunted by
We're
lost
haunted by lost
love.
love. We did all the reading.
Did the reading.
Did we save?
showed
I
it
can't
all.
remember. I don't think we saved.
Yeah, we did. We did save. We did save. Yeah.
Oh, we did.
We did save.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's worth save scumming, but like, I would love
It's
to
kind
know
of a
the question.
it's a banger. It's a banger, and if
It's
we're
a
not
banger
gonna do the
line.
communism
It doesn't
really
next
matter.
time, we're not gonna
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, exactly. If we're not doing the communist run next time, we might as well
Okay,
save
then
some.
let's just try. Let's see if we can do it.
Damn. Yeah, our women
Our
bourgeois.
women bourgeois. That's so good. Wait, can
Yeah, do we wanna go
can
down
we
this
read
line for a
this? Can we
second?
read
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and
yeah.
then redo it?
Yeah.
Please. Yes. All right, here we go. We're devoting all your available brain cells to coming up with a question about communism. Scratch that. To coming up with the question about communism. The alpha and omega of communism questions. And that question is...
Are women
women bourgeois?
Oh god, that's bad. Surely I can think of something better.
Think of something better. I think you can say the second one, and then you'll be forced to say the first one.
Are you sure?
Oh god, that's bad.
Yes,
Surely
I'm sure.
I can think of something better. Maybe in another life. But not this one. Face it, this is the question that's been simmering inside you all along.
No. This was supposed to take your mind off the other thing.
Hang on, I thought I was really getting into the theory back there. Sure, you spent some time getting lost in your theoretical labyrinths, but this has been the beast in the center the whole time.
An Inland Empire hit the nail on the head because
yeah,
Harry does not actually care about communism. He's using it as a coping mechanism to not think about his ex-wife.
Of course. Isn't that like everything he's doing though?
Yep.
Yeah. Are women bourgeois?
The young man gives you a slightly confused look, as though he's sure you asked something else and he's simply misheard.
Somehow it sounded even worse out loud.
Oh my god.
You only said what everyone else was thinking. Look around. Do you see any women here?
He wants to know if women are bourgeois, Esteban.
Yes, I heard him. Give me a moment.
He takes a deep breath, then turns to you.
What makes you ask that question above any other?
Because they can't handle me, I'm a goddamn superstar. Because I can't handle them. They won't let me forget the life we used to have together. I don't know!
There's so many good questions. Oh, man. I mean, 1, obviously, but, like, 3 also...
Oh, I like 4. I like whenever we acknowledge the voices.
Lizzie.
I think 4 is funny.
Okay.
4 it is. I don't know, it's just what my brain told me to say.
That's because your brain is floating in ideology, gendarme. It's practically drowning in it. You ask that question because you're still under the influence of ideology. That's natural. You're like a fish that's only now discovering that her whole life has been dictated by the movements of sea currents. That's what ideology is. It's like there are these invisible forces everywhere, pushing and tugging you this way and that, and you don't even know they're there.
Is it even possible to imagine a world without ideology?
Of course it's possible. Just extremely difficult. You practically have to be a world historical individual to do it. Do you know the story of Dobrova and Abadanais?
I thought that was some gibberish you made up for the passphrase.
No, they were the revolutionary lovers, the dual commissars of revolution in Insulinda. Yulia Dobrova came from Grad. Jean Abadanais was born in Reversal. She was brilliant, charismatic, a revolutionary comet. He was her partner and stabilizer, the planet who kept her in orbit.
That's me and Kim.
What became of them, though? There seems to be a blank paragraph in the history books.
Thanks.
It's from them we get the notion of dual leadership. The decomptage.
Jack, I love your encyclopedia.
Reversol's truly great contribution to revolutionary thought. I believe it even persists in some form in the RCM, even to this day.
What happened to them?
Yeah, what happened to them?
They died on their own terms, like real revolutionaries. There's a lot to say for that.
Is that true, Kim?
How's the decomptage?
I had no idea its origins went all the way back to the revolution itself. But it makes sense, in a way.
So you're saying women are only bourgeois because of ideology? Women only be shopping because there is shopping to be done.
It's a matter of being aware of what's influencing them.
What does this question say about me?
Yes, that's the question you should be asking yourself.
His companion nods, but offers no further solace.
I.
The young man nods but says nothing. He appears to be distracted by something.
He's wrestling with some question of his own.
He's lost in his own thoughts. You wonder what silt you've stirred up in the bottom of his soul. Of course, the matchboxes! You'd very nearly forgotten to ask about them. Now may be your last chance.
We probably should reload because you'll get the
Yeah.
opportunity to
Okay, cool.
to do it if we succeed. So
All right.
our women bourgeois. So
Women bourgeois.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they
Oh
lied.
no, it's 2 a.m. We'll have to come back tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Whoopsies.
They were so insulted by our bullshit in the other timeline that they fucking zooted.
Got out of there
The
before we could
communists
ask.
have left their cage. Yes, yes.
The communists are free!
Oh, fuck. They really got us there, guys. Well,
I have to
We'll come
return to
back
my
tomorrow,
home
10
planet.
p.m.
oh my gosh. So, assuming
Let's go
we
drop
can,
Kim off so we can go to sleep.
Are we calling it for today?
Well, it's past 2 a.m. Kim wants to go to bed. We have to go tuck him into bed. Say goodnight.
I've been up since
Good
4 in the
Good night,
morning.
smooch.
Raphael would be the kind of person who would say it's not gay to kiss the homies goodnight, but even if it was, I wouldn't have a problem with it. The sea breeze carries more than salt. Meat. Not rotten, not fresh. Grilled. Let's go drop Kim off so we can go sleep. And then we can go back to the— Hi, honey! What are you doing here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what is he doing here?
Hello, stranger!
So, sorry, I'm just thinking about our first
Hi, Genji
encounter. Our first encounter with this guy, with the hindsight that Kim is gay, and we're like, there's something about him, and Kim's like, you gotta be shitting me.
It's obvious enough in that moment that I think even without a perception check you can hear it, but it's someone literally points out like he's trying so hard not to laugh at you.
Yeah. He's got a smile in his voice.
Yeah.
Rise and shine,
What?
comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Like, what?
Did we not do this already?
Didn't we already do this?
We
Yeah, we already
did
did this.
Yeah.
Godly failure. Okay.
Yeah,
Does
we
we need to
we've
clean
done
up my
this.
hostel room?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might be able to
Yeah,
build
we've
as much
already
as
done this.
0.02.
What
Yeah,
did
we
we
already did
do? I'm
this.
so
We did
sorry. I
this.
told us to reload. I'm sorry.
How am I supposed to find them?
Let your nose guide you.
No.
Your
Oh
nose.
man.
We know. Okay.
Let's get organized.
Cool.
I almost hit refuse.
Accept task.
Accept it. Don't
That's
hit
so
refuse.
Rise and shine, comrade!
Is that the same bubble?
Probably.
Probably. Oh, no.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna...
That's
I think...
God,
wait,
and
what if
people
we have
say
to go to the
Disco
fishing
Elysium.
village? I think we have to go to the
I think we
fishing
do.
village.
Yeah,
Damn
you
it.
do because that's.
Oh, because he
Oh
sees
my
you to
God.
bed because he's a gentleman. Let me down. What the fuck?
That's not the right
It's up.
stairs.
It's
Oh,
up.
fuck! Me walking into a
We're
window.
doing
Let me
great,
out!
guys. We're doing great.
And people say Disco Elysium is a good game.
Unplayable.
2019 Game of the Year, my ass.
Fucking playable.
My favorite 2 reviews of this game on Steam are not recommended, I can't read, followed by recommended, I can't read.
Good night, Cam.
Good night, officer.
Night, Cam.
We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Rise and shine, comrade!
Rise and shine, comrade! Oh,
Bruh,
fuck, man.
I want to snooze.
Accept
It's
task.
Rhetoric really not wanting you to go to bed.
Oh,
maybe save and reload. Save.
No, this
Or
happened.
can you
This
not
has
go to
happened a
bed?
couple times where every time we want to go
Okay.
to bed, it's like
All
rise
right,
and shine,
that's
comrade. Time to get to work.
All right, go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Oh my god. Every time we get on a call now, it's just gonna be like rise and shine,
comrade.
Rise and shine, comrade.
That's how we're opening Disco Elysium streams from now on. Is everyone just going rise and
Yeah.
shine, comrade? The bend underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Enter the soup.
Soup,
soup,
soup, soup,
soup,
soup,
soup,
soup,
soup,
soup,
soup.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, then tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Right.
Dark Shore, my
It's gonna be
ass. I know
real
what this
chill.
is. 1 or 2.
Lizzie?
One.
Great, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? Because, you know, you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
What? Did we know this about ourselves?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Okay, so I'm a murderer, and that's bad.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a murderer, and that's bad.
Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bridge, the thing he's really scared of. He's much, much worse than that.
Well, what is it?
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
I just want to sleep.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream, the worst of them all.
The last dream.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Hurry. We really gotta get over this. This is a lot.
I don't want to anymore. I don't want to think either one of those things.
Oh, but you will. You're already going there. Slipping. How long can we keep you from the precipice? 1 more dream. 2 max, baby. Then it's...
The air will smell of apricots?
Of hell and ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
So, is this supposed to be like you have 2 more days to do this, or until you just like die?
No.
Okay. Okay.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Okay.
Okay.
Rise and shine.
Rise and
Rise
shine,
and shine, comrade!
Comrade!
Time to go to work!
Time to get to work! Insane. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
It's still
this
there.
Is forever now.
It's forever now. This is what actually
It's
happens when you do
forever
the
now.
communism track.
This
Okay,
is all you
Scott.
Hi,
got.
babe. All right, this is
I
like
think
a-
it's only around when you're near your rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is really funny. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, this is a very nice, even place to call it for this
Yeah.
week, I think.
Mhm.
God, I missed this.
What a-
Thank you for Disco, thanks for being here. What's coming up? On Tuesday, more Yakuza 5 with Run. On Thursday, I believe Nav and I will be playing We Were Here 2. We played We Were Here a couple days ago. It was very, very fun. Tomorrow we're
Also
doing Spirit of
tomorrow-
Justice. I
yeah.
forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we are.
Tomorrow we're doing
Different
a little.
bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, we're doing a little Spirit of Justice catch-up stream, and also a preemptive stream, I think, for something. Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. I don't know the next time we're coming back to Disco, but it'll happen. It'll happen.
I can do next week.
I can potentially as well, but Koala will be here. Girly Pop.
That's true.
Oh my god, Koala stream debut?
Finally.
Right in the middle of Disco Elysium.
In the middle of
Because
Disco
we no idea what's happening.
Would that
Yeah.
be the 6th or the 13th that you're talking about, Mads?
No, oh, that would be the 6th.
Oh no, then the 6th she's not here yet, but
Yeah.
then I can do the 6th. Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, we'll come back at some point. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Happy end of Pride. Kim Kitsuragi is canonically gay.
Woo!
Actually, I guess this is
That's
coming out in July
wonderful.
on YouTube, but fuck you. It's still Pride right now. And until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.